TNA, we are wrestling.
We're on 18, and Don, if he makes this, he wins it all.
This is a speed putt, Mike, with just a slight left to right break.
It's got a chance.
You've got to be kidding me! Ooh. Tough break.
TNA Wrestling presents its 5-year anniversary show, Slammiversary.
Welcome to an event that is 5 years in the making. TNA returns to its roots. Music City, USA, Nashville, Tennessee, and we open with the Lowhead Cowboys performing the Slammiversary theme. Get down, Cowboys, get down, get down, get down, Cowgirls, get down, get down, get down, Cowboys, get down, get down, get down, Cowgirls, get down, get down, get down, come on, Cowboys, get down, get down, get down, Cowgirls, get down, get down, get down, Cowboys, get down, get down, get down, Cowgirls, get down.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the opening contest live at TNA Slammiversary. It is a tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1, accompanied to the ring by Conan. They represent the Latino nation, Homicide and Hernandez, the Latin American Exchange.
We open Slammiversary with the entrance of the team that had dominated tag wrestling in
TNA for the past year. In the prior 12 months, Conan's Latin American Exchange, Homicide and Hernandez, held the World Tag Team titles on 2 occasions, with a total reign of 7 months in that 1-year time period. You'll recall LAX finally lost the gold at Lockdown in St. Louis to Team 3D. Since that time, Conan, that man, has blamed Hector Guerrero of the famous Guerrero wrestling family and a member of our Spanish broadcast team for that defeat and for the loss of the World Tag Team titles.
Team number 2 is accompanied to the ring by Hector Guerrero. First, from Detroit, Michigan, the War Machine, Rude. And his tag team partner from Brooklyn, New York, Senshi.
Well, when it comes to experience together as a tag team, you've got to give a huge edge here to the Latin American Exchange. For Rhino and Senshi, this is the very first time that they have ever joined forces as a team.
Mike, don't think about this. If the War Machine and the Warrior can figure it out, think about that dichotomy. As Homicide screaming at us over here by the announce table, but think about that. Think about all the exciting things that Senshi can do. You put in the power and the force of Rhino to combat that of Hernandez, and you really got a great tag match here. You got 2 X-Division style athletes and 2 brutes, and I think this is going to be an interesting opening contest.
Listen to the crowd here in Nashville, Tennessee, as TNA, yes, returns home. Boy, what a great experience this is, especially for somebody like you, Don, here in your hometown.
I'll tell you what a reception we got it. And Mike, it's just hard to believe that you and I 5 years ago, my first time with you out here, you probably never thought I'd be here 5 years later. And it has been a wonderful journey to be with you through this. And I just can't tell you enough how much I love you, my friend. And how great does it feel to be back here in Nashville? And what a way to start out the former world champions LAX.
Well, you know, it's a mutual admiration society when it comes to you and I. Just absolutely love this broadcast team. Mike Tenay and Don West here at ringside to bring you this Slammiversary 5-year TNA anniversary event. And I like Senshi and Rhino having Hector Guerrero from our Spanish broadcast team at ringside with them to counter Conan, because of course you know how he loves to get involved in the LAX matches.
Well, who knows better than Hector Guerrero lately how Conan can be, and you know how, oh, look at the strength of the War Machine. Oh, he just holds him up there, lets him think about it, and drops him right down to the mat. But what I was saying about Hector Guerrero, he's had his problems with Conan. He doesn't like how Conan represents the Latino people. He hates the way Conan goes about it, how everything is a political statement as far as Conan's concerned. And you see the War Machine take Homicide right over into the rail.
Did you see that?
I'm not
Sure. But I think I saw what I saw. Just flung him over, head out to the floor. Quickly takes Homicide, shoots him off. Oh, look at this. Big power edge here. War Machine misses the clothesline by Homicide. Boot to the midsection, gonna take him up.
Oh, look at the strength that he just brute strength right now for the War Machine, Rhino. And, you know, you would think that LAX would have such a big advantage, but look at this. It's like Senshi and Rhino are just wanting to show the world that they got so much skill and they're so professional that they can work together.
During tonight's Slammiversary event, we'll talk about some of the great moments in TNA history right here in Nashville. Quick corkscrew elbow, pin attempt by Senshi, barely for the 1 count, and then he's just bum rushed into the corner. I mean, think of Senshi here in Nashville as 1/3 of that incredible triple ladder match. Don, this goes way back. I know it was one of your favorite matches of all time.
One of my
Senshi,
all-time.
AJ Styles, and Jerry Lynn. What a memory that was.
Oh, I'll never forget that. That's when you really got to see what these guys were willing to do to show the world how good they could be. But you mentioned it earlier, they caught Senshi in that corner, and now Senshi's got to be very careful. Hernandez is maybe the strongest man in TNA, but look how Senshi uses those feet. We always talk about it. They're just like weapons, and he's firing at the legs of Hernandez, and he knows if he can bring him down, then he can do so many wonderful things with that speed.
Latin American Exchange obviously looking to get back in the tag title picture here in TNA after losing the championship belts to Team 3D in St. Louis at Lockdown. Of course, Conan refers to Hector Guerrero as a sellout. However, we also know that Hector played a very prominent role in enabling Team 3D to win the gold from the Latin American Exchange.
Oh, and LAX has never forgotten it, and there was a nice shot by Hernandez when Rhino wasn't expecting it, but look at the way Sinchi uses those feet. He's caught him 3 straight times, and there comes the power Rhino.
Perfect setup by Senshi to exploit the power game of Rhino. War Machine laid him out. Senshi went for the cover, and it was a near fall, just a 2 count on Big Hernandez.
I'll tell you what, I am impressed with Senshi and Rhino as a team. And you know, when you think about how professional they are, they're both former world champions. Former world champions here at TNA, and you really think, and then you can expect them to act that way and be professional. Look at the shot Senshi just sent homicide there on the court.
Well, you're right. Rhino, the former world heavyweight champion. Oh, Senshi, the former X Division champion. You talked about the strength of Hernandez, and it was just on display.
I mean, he just flat picked him up and threw him all the way across. And when you can do something like that, you can turn the momentum. He just did it again. That is the strongest human being I think I've ever seen.
Tag in to Homicide. A weakened Senshi in trouble. Hernandez holds it for Homicide to drill him right in the ribs with the kick. You have to admit, though, to this point, we've been so impressed with Senshi and Rhino as a team, considering it's the first time that they've ever been together.
Well, one thing about LAX, though, they know how to be patient. They know that sometimes things aren't going to go their way. And oh, he just got the shoulder up in time. They know that sometimes things aren't going to go their way, and they're patient. And when you've got a guy like Hernandez that can do something like that and turn it around that quick, they don't ever worry. Look at the catapult right into the arms of Hernandez.
Where's he going to take him? Anywhere he damn pleases. Released, overhead suplex. Here's the pin. Here's 2.
Oh, he got it up. Well, I'll tell you what, that's not an easy task to do. I think Hernandez may have been a little too nonchalant thinking he had it wrapped up. But we know Senchi's a champion. We know he's a warrior. And look at Senchi. He's just trying to crawl over there any which way he can to get the War Machine involved, but he can't get over there.
Well, you're right. That's the direct translation of Senshi in Japanese. Warrior. Homicide perched up on top. Caught him with the elbow right in the chest.
Oh, man, he nailed it right over the chest and the shoulder. That's it. No! Somehow Senchi gets the shoulder up again. It's amazing the intestinal fortitude he's showing right here.
You saw the look of concern on the face of Conan at ringside. His Latin American exchange team of Homicide and Hernandez physically dominating Senshi for the past several minutes. But no, they haven't yet been able to put him away. Check out this bear hug from Big Hernandez.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Oh, I mean, anything that says he's fighting the nose right off there of Hernandez, and that's what you gotta do, but you gotta pay a price when you try something like that. Oh no, the Cracker Jack, he's going down, and he just sends him flying.
Tossed him overhead again. You're right. The Cracker Jack just took Senshi and just completely overpowered him. Right back to the offensive. Check this out.
Now look at Senshi using those elbows, and he works. He's able to bring it down. He does a double foot stomp right on top of Hernandez, but he can't find Rhino.
Sort of a mini version of the Warrior's way that he usually hits from the top rope. The double boot enables the tag. War Machine running clothesline. Just decked Homicide. So did the back elbow.
Right now, I think he'd want Hernandez out there to combat a fired up War Machine, and he just power bombs around, slams around there, and he just almost got the pin.
Oh, you're right. Big power slam. Leads to another near fall. Fired off into the corner, and look at that shoulder block from the War Machine. Missing the clothesline by Hernandez. There's a belly-to-belly by Rhino on Hernandez.
Not many people can do that to Hernandez, and Rhino's one of the few. But all that does is give Homicide a chance to get to his feet and just start throwing blows. Oh, what a spine buster!
Pin, 2,
Oh, damn, just in time.
double sledge from behind. Watch Senshi spring off the ropes right into the waiting arms of Hernandez. Tosses him off. Drop down. Hernandez goes to the floor.
Great move by Senshi by dropping the top rope. It's now a 2-on-1 situation, but look at Senshi. He's going high. Unbelievable. What an athlete on the top. And now you've got Rhino, and you've got Homicide in the middle of the ring.
Incredible springboard move by the Warrior Senshi. Brings this crowd in Nashville, Tennessee to their feet. Action back in the ring with Rhino and Homicide connects.
Oh, he
Look
got.
out. Conan up on the apron.
Oh, look, you can see him distracting referee Rudy Charles.
Toss the
right
whip.
here in front of us. He tossed him. Oh, he's got that.
Slapjack.
He's got him right in the head. puts his head neck right on the rope. Gore! 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 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the War Machine Rhino, Vincent.
Now that, my friends, is how you kick off a Slammiversary pay-per-view. What a win for Rhino, yeah, and Senshi together as a team for the first
I
time.
tell you what, I don't know if they plan on doing it, but I'm going to tell you right now, those guys are an unbelievable combination, my friend.
Oh, I love it. Great way to kick off the pay-per-view. Hector Guerrero with the counter move. And hello once again, everyone from ringside. Yep, it's the two TNA originals. Mike Tenay, joined by Don West. Welcome to Slammiversary. DW, shaping up to be a night of surprises and certainly intrigue. And that surprise and intrigue factor all starts with the World Tag Team title.
Well, it's absolutely true, and everybody has heard that Scott Steiner incurred a freaky injury in Puerto Rico, and we know that he's not going to be able to be here, so the intrigue right now is in there on that tag match. We don't know if that match is even going to take place, or if it is, what they're going to do, Mike.
Don, it's a story that we will be following as the evening progresses tonight here at Slammiversary. We will follow up on that situation with the Steiners. In addition to that, you will see the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, go one-on-one with the Icon Sting. What an interesting rivalry this has turned into.
I'll tell you, a match I'm looking forward to is this one right here. Tomko and Abyss. These two monsters together in a no disqualification match. And why wouldn't it be? Because one of these two is probably going to kill the other one.
Yes, the World's Heavyweight Championship to be decided tonight. 5 men in the King of the Mountain. You see AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, yes, and the former champ Christian Cage. But who will be the 5th man in the King of the Mountain, Don?
And that's the surprise about that whole particular incident, because, Mike, these four don't know who Jim Cornette's going to bring in, and we'll find that out later in this program. Let's go to the King of the Mountain package.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your Sacrifice pay-per-view main event of the evening.
Sting fights it all. He's got a pin right there. Eagle's got the ankle lock. What just happened? Kurt Angle just won the World Championship.
To me, Don, it looked like a dead heat.
This is why I came to TNA. This is the most coveted prize in pro wrestling, and I promise you, nobody's gonna take this away from me.
There was a lot of controversy about what happened sacrifice this title belt signifying the best in TNA. Christian, it's not yours. Sting, it's not yours. Kurt, it's not yours either. For the next 5 weeks until Slammiversary, we're going to have qualifying matches. The 5 winners of those matches go to a King of the Mountain match at Slammiversary, and the winner of that will be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Object is simple. Climb the ladder. Hang the world title high above the ring, and you are declared heavyweight champion of the world. But it's getting there that's the tough part. 5 men compete, and one is only eligible to hang the belt after he has pinned or submitted one of the other 4 opponents. The wrestler who is pinned or submits must spend 2 minutes in the penalty box, and falls count anywhere in the arena. Innovative, dangerous, and intriguing, this unique match truly tests one's fortitude and instinct of survival.
And it's time to determine who's going to be the first of the 5 competitors in that King of the Mountain match. The Olympic gold medalist, yes, he has done it. Kurt Angle victorious.
Sting, tonight, you're my golden opportunity.
Oh my God, he just hit him right in the back. Samoa drop. Joe the 3. Samoa Joe joins Kurt Angle as the 2nd man to qualify.
2 men, Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle, have qualified for the King of the Mountain match at Slammiversary. Tonight here on Impact, it was going to be AJ Styles one-on-one with Jeff Jarrett. Since Jeff Jarrett couldn't be here tonight, I'm going to make AJ Styles wrestle Tomko for his chance at the King of the Mountain match.
Tug of war between Christian and Tomko. AJ roll up.
He's got him. 2, 3, he's got him.
These 2 men would go to any lengths to settle this grudge and to win this shot at the King of the Mountain.
Oh, Wildcat just spears him right through the wall. Unreal.
Rudy Charles counts 10. Neither James Storm nor Chris Harris will advance to King of the Mountain.
We don't know who the 4th qualifier is.
Christian Cage against the Monster Abyss. Who's going to advance to Slammiversary? A great opportunity for revenge and payback. This match
JB, Jeremy Borash outside of Jim Cornette's office trying to get word on the situation with Rick Steiner, Team 3D in the World Tag Team title match tonight, as well as word from Jim Cornette on who the fifth man is going to be in tonight's main event, the King of the Mountain match here at Slammiversary. Eric?
Hey, are we alone?
Are we
Jim
alone?
Cornette?
No, Eric, we're not really alone. Jim Cornette's, what are you worried about Jim Cornette for? You got a match with Robert Roode tonight. It's all on the line. It's do or die. Your career's on the line.
You're right, man. You know what they all say? You back a cat far enough up a hill, you'll give him 9 lives. That's how, right?
I don't think that's how it goes.
Eric.
What?
Baby, whatever happened to us? What happened to the heat, the passion, the spark?
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to go do this tonight. I can think of other ways you can get all sweaty. You know, I don't even like Robert Roode, but I like you. Actually, I love you.
Oh, for Pete's sake, what are you doing? Don't go down this road again. What are you doing?
What, the road that leads to my bedroom?
You hear that?
No, I heard that.
Eric, open your eyes. Can't you see that she's trying to manipulate you? You have a match tonight, the most important of your career. You need to concentrate on that tonight.
I know.
Now that's a kiss from a real woman. Eric, get ready for your match.
Good idea.
So,
What? Serious?
I'm watching you. Bitch!
It is time for the first of 3 scheduled championship matches. I say scheduled because they're not sure exactly how that World Tag Title situation will be resolved. X Division Championship on the line. Let's go to the X Factors. From the minute that Jay Lethal received that character makeover from Kevin Nash, Black Machismo has emerged as one of the most charismatic and popular X Division stars, both champion and challenger. They're in their 20s. In fact, Jay Lethal, youngest wrestler on the roster at 22. Chris Sabin first won the X Division title back in 2003 right here in Nashville. Overall, Sabin has held the championship 4 times.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome Kevin Nash.
Well, Mike, one of the last people you would ever associate with the X Division, but Kevin Nash did it. He associated himself, but he took on a project. Actually, a couple. But Jay Lethal was one, Sanjay done another, and he molded him in the way he wanted. And it's got to be a proud moment, Mike, for Kevin Nash. This is going to come down here and join us because he had brought Jay Lethal, now the Black Machismo Jay Lethal, to this point, a chance for the X Division Championship.
Making his way to the ring at this time, Guru Sanjay Dutt.
Well, we know that Kevin Nash was so instrumental in adding personality, in assisting with character development with several of the X Division wrestlers. It started with Alex Shelley and the Paparazzi Productions. It really took off with Jay Lethal as Black Machismo. But do you think Sanjay Dutt can take it to the next level as the Guru?
Let me put it this way. I flew coach yesterday.
Wasn't Southwest Airlines, was it?
I didn't fly first class. I flew coach. They screwed up on my ticket. I didn't even get upset. I've been around Sanjay. He's got that kind of effect on me.
Inner peace.
What are these, rose petals?
I have no idea. It appears that way.
You were really getting into that TM, that transcendental meditation shtick, recently on Impact.
I've been doing the up dog all day.
Excuse
Either
me?
that or the good hookah pipe that Sanjay Dutt brought in.
Where?
Is that smell?
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the TNA X Division Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Elizabeth, New Jersey, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal.
I know it's Father's Day, and I want to say a very happy Father's Day to everybody watching out there at Slammiversary. But you almost have to look at someone like Black Machismo Jay Lethal as your son, the way that you've molded him.
I think that tonight I've got several of my children out here. I mean, I feel like Jim Jones.
Hope it has a better ending.
Don't drink the Kool-Aid.
X Division champion, Chris Sabin.
Well, your man Black Machismo definitely going to have his hands full. We talked about the history of Chris Sabin in TNA. We mentioned that he originally won the X Division title back in 2003. It was right in Nashville, Tennessee. Overall, Sabin's held that championship on 4 occasions, while Jay Lethal Black Machismo looks to become X Division champ for the very first time.
You know, the thing with Sabin is when I came back, I was going to try to destroy that kid, but you know what? I couldn't do it. And in the ensuing months afterwards, I mean, I've gained a lot of respect for this kid. I mean, he really is resilient. He can take a hell of a beating. I mean, I know I beat the kid up pretty good, but he's tough. What a great athlete.
I've always said about Chris Sabin, the attitude might bother you a little bit, but you cannot deny this kid's in-ring ability and how he always seems to find a way to turn the momentum back in his favor. And he's so strong for an X Division athlete and can beat you so many different ways.
You know,
One of those tough Michigan kids, and all of a sudden you just faded right out on us, Kev. Try and get that audio situation fixed. Give us a little test.
We'll try to get Kevin's audio fixed here in just a second there in the truck, if you can hear me.
Black Machismo, spring off the ropes, hooks the arm. Oh, and Sabin takes him over. High hip toss takeover. Handstand.
Sabin now back.
Yeah, now you're back.
I'm back. You guys do this to me every time.
I think Don unplugged the wire.
Nice right there by the Black Machismo. I'll tell you something, we have watched this guy grow here, and it's been the way you started him, Kevin, and you really gave him personality. But now he's going to have to realize he's in a fight for his life in there with Chris Sabin, because this is for the X Division title.
Yeah, there's no posing out there when he's with the belt.
Oh, beautiful move as he gets the feet wrapped around the head of Chris Sabin and just
look at his
dive. And now he does a suicide dive to the rope, right into the rail.
Sensational suicide dive by the challenger, Black Machismo Jay Lethal, as he takes control of this championship matchup.
Machismo's really kind of captivated this crowd tonight.
Well, they're definitely behind him. They've just fallen in love with him. I mean, that's half the battle, I think, is getting that crowd behind you 100%, and they really do. Chris Sabin, I don't think, has a friend in this building, but that hasn't bothered him before.
We want you to let us know who you think will win the King of the Mountain match tonight. We're going to put those choices up on the screen. You text 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, depending upon who you think. 1 for AJ Styles, 2 Samoa Joe, 3 Kurt Angle, 4 Christian Cage, or 5 that question as to who will be the final competitor in that match. Text it to 76,000 right now. Your chance to win $500 cash and a free week of TNA Mobile. We will have ongoing live results throughout the evening tonight at Slammiversary.
I saw Angle in the back, and he looks ready. I mean, he really looks ready tonight. I would not want to bet against him.
I'll tell you what, we just saw Chris Sabin what he does best. A headbutt here. He brought a knee up to the face of the Black Machismo, and it took all that momentum that the Black Machismo had as he goes for a quick pin attempt. And that's what Sabin does best, guys. He is able to find an opening and turn it around that quick.
Gonna take Lethal, takes Black Machismo by the head, position his neck across that middle rope, across the steel cable, yeah, throw it first, and then puts all of his weight right behind it.
Well, integrity is just something I've never thought that Chris Sabin ever had. You know what I mean?
No, he's not going to get on the integrity bus anytime soon.
That is quite a list that you have. Wrestlers with integrity.
Yeah, I'm going to start with Sting.
Right up at the top.
Absolutely.
Well, what about Bob Backlund, who will face Alex Shelley later tonight? I mean, as we see the Spanish broadcast team, Hector Guerrero from the famous Guerrero Wrestling Dynasty, along with Willie Urbina. I'm sure Hector telling Willie how great it was to get that victory for Rhino and Senshi in the opener over LAX.
I thought that showed some integrity.
That's it. Here's the pin. Sabin, near fall on Lethal. Kevin, I have to ask you, in light of Mr. Backlund versus Alex Shelley. Do you take responsibility for that transformation of Bob Backlund to Mr. Backlund? And I ask that because, quite honestly, he hasn't been the same since you beat him in 1994 at Madison Square Garden for the world's title in 9 seconds.
8 seconds.
Wait a minute. I'd have timed at 9.
Longines had it at 8.
My Rolex had it at 9.
According to Casio, I think it was 8.8.
Rounded down to 8. No, I mean, Bob's a great wrestler. I mean, he was a great collegiate wrestler. I just think that he's never had any love for me since that night. And Shelley's my boy. I mean, I hope Shelley gives him the what for tonight.
Oh, beautiful drop kick right there by Black Machismo as he's able to turn this thing around. And he's going to have to do it because Chris Sabin, oh, and he goes up and look at Chris Sabin, oh, there he goes, takes his shortcut again.
Caught him right with the poke in the eyes, and you're right, Don. Turns the match immediately in the favor of the champion. What a great wide shot we had just moments ago of this crowd here at the Municipal Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee for the Slammiversary event. And now Sabin, well, we know he's cocky, we know he's confident, but those open hand slaps and then the series of rights to the jaw of Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, that may be a wake-up call.
Well, that area just gets in their head, Kevin. I mean, how do you feel? I mean, you've done it before where you just kind of toy with somebody, kind of slap them around a little bit. What is it you're trying to do when you do that?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, you're trying to punk the guy out, and what the guy does is he goes ahead and tries to pick up his game. He gets motivated, but the thing is he gets out of his head, makes a mistake, you take advantage of it, you go for the win.
Sabin, the champ, in complete control. Gonna fire him off diagonally into the corner. A weary Lethal is caught with the elbow right into the chin. And again, he's paintbrushing him with the open hand rights and lefts.
Just toying with him, just trying to get him aggravated to make a mistake. Oh, what a beautiful hip toss, and there's another one.
Quick reversal. Sabin shoots Lethal up, but he explodes with that big flying forearm. Swing and a miss with the clothesline. From the middle rope, springs back and crashed down with all of his weight right across Sabin.
He might have should have went for the pin right there, but I think he's trying to feed off this crowd to get himself fired back up. And now he's... Oh, look at that, just turns it right around. 1, 2, no!
Wow, on the verge of becoming X-Division champion. Yes, for the very first time, and to do it in a city that you made famous.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this used to be called Jonesville. I came in there, changed it to Nashville. Unbelievable.
Oh, into the corner, and then that big boot from Sabin, and he just slid it right across the face of Black Machismo.
Did the basketball career at UT have a lot to do with that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was back in the day. Look at Sabin with the swivel hips.
Oh, but
he went for that Hurricane Rana, but you notice that Lethal hooked the top rope and wouldn't allow it. Great counter.
Yeah, back and forth action.
Well, I'll tell you what Jay Lethal did right there. And
that's a face plant.
Face plants it right on the back.
Here we go.
Here it is. It's over. Oh, I thought we had a new World X-Division champion. Thought we had a new X-Division champion, and unbelievable Sabin got the shoulder up.
That one was pretty close, Kevin.
Wow. The people are really behind this kid.
Well, they do. They know he's having fun out there, and they got into that when you brought in the Black Machismo whole ordeal with the persona with Jay Lethal. But you know what? The kid is so good and exciting in the ring. But Sabin again goes up, and again he's able to knock him down.
Lethal from the top. Oh, man, mule kick caught him unaware. And then the Enziguri drills him in the back. Back kick. Pin.
1, 2, kick. Oh, he got his shoulder up just in time. I thought Sabin had retained the X-Division belt, but that was just pure reflex right there by the Black Machismo.
Still life left in Black Machismo. Up to his feet. Going to be cradle shock on the way. Takes him up to his shoulders. No, able to fight it off. Going to go for the full Nelson. Backed up into the corner by Sabin.
Oh, kick. Look how he just kicked that leg. Oh, what a move. He's got him. No.
Side roll. Side roll leads to another near fall.
Oh, they're going for that lethal combination, but he can't do it with Sabin. Hit him with those elbows, guys.
You're right. Only caught him with the first part. Went for the face plant, but that was blocked. Another attempt at the cradle shot. Shot off. Kick. Caught him in the back of the head. There's the super kick on target, but he's still on his feet.
And there's the lethal combination. 1, 2. He's got him down.
Go up.
He's going to put him away right here. This crowd feels it. This crowd is excited. have some similarities when you look at the two of them together, but...
Excuse me?
There's some love there. I'll tell you something, though. What an incredible night for Jay Lethal. The Black Machismo has done it.
Yes, he has.
Think about how long Chris Sabin has held that X Division belt. But Jay Lethal right now is now the X Division champion.
For the very first time, the youngest man on the TNA roster does it, and Kevin Nash in the ring to celebrate.
Oh, look at that. You could just see almost the tears coming out of Jay Lethal's eyes. What an incredible moment.
Check out what went down recently here in Nashville, Tennessee at TNA's Slammiversary press conference.
5 years ago, right here in Nashville, Tennessee, TNA started, and I, Cowboy James Storm, was on the first shows here in Nashville. And you know who else was on the first shows? You, Frank Wycheck.
You know, I've always known as a player to kind of just, you know, be in the moment, be poised and everything. And I felt like that night, Zach and Fred had everything handled.
You were the only one of the Titans who didn't come across the guardrail. Why? Because you're a sissy. You didn't have balls then, and you don't have balls now, boy.
With James, hey, he's a guy that you're definitely going to have to pay attention to. He's a tough guy. Not underestimating him at all, but drawing back on those experiences with guys like Ray Lewis, Joey Porter, those types of guys, Greg Lloyd back in the day. I mean, mean guys that you have to police yourself and toughen up to those guys. And that's where I'm going to draw on all those experiences that I've had at 11 years in the NFL.
Frank Wycheck, what makes you different than any of these other professional athletes who have came into professional wrestling, who have tried to make it? You know, you take ex-baseball players, ex-basketball players, ex-golfers. It doesn't matter, Frank, you're a football player. You are not a wrestler.
I felt like I was disrespected when the beer was spit in my face, and took advantage of that opportunity when the guitar was presented.
I am not afraid to take a beating. I am not afraid to bleed, Frank. You left football because of a concussion. When you step in the square circle with me, Frank, I can do whatever I want. I will give you the last concussion of your life.
There's a time and a place for everything. We call it between the lines, and the wrestling business once you step through the ropes. So that's when we'll get it on.
Frank Wycheck at Slammiversary. There's going to be no flags, no fouls. There's only going to be one cowboy beating the hell out of a washed-up football player. Sorry about your damn luck, Frank Wycheck.
Former NFL great Frank Wycheck and the pioneer of the X Division, Jerry Lynn, battle the former two-time world heavyweight champion, Ron the Truth Killings, and the Cowboy James Storm.
James Storm, a couple of weeks ago at a TNA press conference, you crossed the line with former...
Was you about to say I crossed the line? I didn't cross no line, darling. Frank Wycheck, you crossed the line. When you came to the TNA press conference and want to smash a guitar on my head, you're a former NFL football player, and you played for the Tennessee Titans. What have they done? They didn't win no Super Bowl. You lost the Super Bowl, Frank. And now you won't step into my world, the TNA professional wrestling world? Like I said, Frank, you better kiss your wife and your kids goodbye. Because tonight I will give you the last concussion that you'll ever need in your whole life, and you'll forget everything. Sorry about your damn luck, Frank. Cross that line.
Hey, how much you pay for those?
What?
How much did you pay for those?
Excuse me?
If I were you, I'd ask for my money back. They're a little lopsided, girlfriend.
Ladies and gentlemen, TNA Slammiversary continues with the following tag team contest scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one, accompanied by the pride of Tennessee, Miss Jackie Moore. From Williamsport, Tennessee, Cowboy James Storm. North Carolina, Ron the Truth Killings.
What do James Storm and Ron the Truth Killings have in common? Well, attitudes that just won't quit. Also, both men, TNA originals that are jealous of the attention that the former NFL Tennessee Titan Frank Wycheck received at our Slammiversary press conference recently here in Nashville.
I'll tell you, Mike, I was there at that, and the disrespect that Storm showed, spitting that beer right into his face, was uncalled for, but Jeff Jarrett hands Frank Wycheck the guitar, and he finished it off, and here we are.
Ladies and gentlemen, their opponents are accompanied to the ring by current All-Pro defensive end for the Tennessee Titans, the Set Machine, Kyle Vandenbosch. Introducing first from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Jerry Lynn. And his tag team partner, the man behind the Music City Miracle, All-Pro Tennessee Titan tight end, number 89, Frank Wycheck.
I'm going to tell you, Mike, I got to go watch Frank Wycheck work out in person. And I'm telling you about a guy that is taking this serious as we see him go over here. The former teammate, there's Zach Pillar that jumped into the ring.
Yeah, it's Rocky Calamus, a former Butkus winner, Scott Sanderson, and Jason Matthews. NFL stars here to support Big Frank Wycheck.
I got to watch this guy work out, and I got to tell you what I'm proud of. You know how a lot of celebrities are when they get involved in wrestling matches. Well, Frank Wycheck took this as serious as any man is ever taking it. He got a great one in the pioneer of the X Division, Jerry Lynn, to teach him the ropes and learn what to do. But I mean, he worked hard, trained hard every day to get in this ring and get revenge on James Storm for spitting that beer in his face.
And I love this pairing of Jerry Lynn, the X Division pioneer, with all the experience there to support Frank Wycheck against James Storm and Ron the Truth Killings.
Well, you got to have somebody with that experience that Jerry Lynn brings. Jerry Lynn's somebody that's not going to get frazzled out there if things aren't going right. Jerry Lynn's going to be one that brings things back. He's going to be one to calm Frank Wycheck down. He's going to know when to get in that ring. Now, one thing you're going to see, though, is Ron the Truth Killings, a two-time former world heavyweight champion. James Storm's held, I don't know how many tag title belts, it's been so many. You're going to see these guys do everything they can to get Jerry Lynn out of that ring so that they can use their experience on Frank Wycheck, who they don't believe has enough of it in there. And remember what Storm said. Frank Wycheck's a guy whose football career pretty much ended because of his concussions, and he's going to go right after that.
Think of the accomplishments of Ron the Truth Killings here in Music City in Nashville. August 7th, 2002, Ron Killings defeated Ken Shamrock to become world champion, as you mentioned, Don, a title that he would hold on 2 occasions.
Oh, I'll tell you what, he's just somebody that's such a terrific athlete. Whoa! But Jerry Lynn springs off those ropes, gets the elbow up, and you can see Jerry Lynn right now going to try to play a few mind games with these guys. And what a beautiful arm drag that was as he just put it right over the top.
Jerry Lynn, the X Division pioneer, well, he won both the X Division title and the World Tag Team title here in Music City. Remember his tag team partner to become champion? How about AJ Styles, a phenomenal one, as we take you back in history here at TNA in Music City, Nashville, Tennessee.
And here comes Frank Wycheck as the crowd gets behind it, and you can see he's trying to fire himself up, and now James Storm's going to watch out. Frank Wycheck's a big boy. You don't play that many years in the NFL. I mean, look at the size difference, and you can tell. James Storm looks into the eyes of Wycheck, and he doesn't see fear, and I think that bothers James Storm a little bit, Mike.
Has to. You're right. Wycheck looks confident, doesn't he, Don? It's probably all those hours of training that you talked about. Fire Storm off into the ropes, and can you believe that? Storm put the shoulder into Wycheck and took him off of his feet.
Well, I'll tell you what, that right there, James Storm let Frank Wycheck use his aggressiveness against him. And wait a minute. Oh, look at this. He's down. Putting on a tight helmet. Oh, now they're just trying to make a little bit of fun.
A little bit of fun? That's a mockery is what this is.
Oh, I'll tell you what, you do that to somebody that's played in the NFL that long. This crowd letting you know what they think about that. And I'll tell you something, Kyle Vandenbosch, I mean, you're talking about when talk about a motor that runs hot. The defensive end of the Titans out here with Frank to keep him fired up, keep him motivated. And you know what? Jerry Lynn, I'm sure, told Frank to be prepared for something like that. They're going to try to get in your head.
Yeah, did you notice what Jerry Lynn did, pointing to his head? He said, Frank, don't let Storm and Killings get in your head. They're trying to play mind games with you, and it's great to have that experience out on the ring apron as Storm takes Wycheck down again.
Well, I'll tell you what, though, I like what Jerry Lynn's doing. He's letting Frank Wycheck get his feet wet, so to speak. He's got to understand James Storm's a professional. I mean, James Storm's somebody that's held world championships. Frank Wycheck, he's got to get him in that football mentality, Mike. That's what he's got to get him into. He's got to get him into that game mentality, and get knocked out on your ass a couple times will get you in that football mentality in a hurry.
You want to be a big bad football player?
Wycheck right in the face of Storm. Shoots him off, swinging a miss with the clothesline, and Wycheck that time takes the shoulder right to Storm. Twice Storm gets level. Wycheck with the drop kick.
I tell you, he's a big old boy, and I'm telling you something, as I hear Zach Pillar right here before me going crazy. He's a big old boy, and he uses that size, and then he used that speed right there, and Ron the Truth Killings just crushed himself right there on the top rope.
Jerry Lynn up on the ropes to cheer on Frank Wycheck. I don't think you need a cheerleader. What?
Look at this, Frank Wycheck's got Jerry Lynn and tosses it right over the rope, right on top of Killings and Storm.
Oh yeah, we're rocking in Nashville. Wycheck takes him up, atomic drop. Storm off the ropes. Storm flung over the top, gonna try and skin the cat and come back in, and Jerry Lynn's there with the perfectly placed drop kick.
And that's why you've got a Jerry Lynn with you. Jerry Lynn knows that James Storm's skinning the cat right there. Wycheck comes chasing Rollins. Oh, God! Bad move on Wycheck's part and Storm. Yep. And Killings had that plan, and he just took a wicked hit.
Did you see the landing? He didn't land on the mat, Don.
No,
the back of his head hit the unprotected concrete, and he's just rushed right into the guardrail. This is something that you have to think about. Frank Wycheck left the NFL for what reason?
The concussions. Absolutely the concussions, and you know that James Storm, well, you heard him say it, and that is so dangerous, and Frank's got to be very careful. He doesn't have a helmet on right now to protect him, and he got those with that, and right now, if the momentum is turned to the Cowboy James Storm, as he's got Frank Wycheck wrapped around these ropes, and now look at him go up and just put the kick right to the face of Frank Wycheck. I'll tell you what, he's not holding back one bit. Frank needs to get Jerry Lynn in this match right now to kind of move things around.
You know, Storm talked about this in the pre-match interviews. What's Killings up to?
Oh, he grabbed
the Truth
chair.
picking up a chair to try and bring it into play, slide it into the ring for Storm. Storm knew about the concussion, and the referee takes that chair right out of his hand. Tag in, Jerry Lynn now the legal man.
Well, look at that beautiful Hurricane Run as he snaps it off. That's exactly what Jerry Lynn needed to do. Just take that game plan, but now look at Storm sends him over. Oh, but he's got one of the two Killings right there on that side, and that just takes Jerry Lynn out of it as his face caught the end of the mat.
Great move by Killings, you're right. Taking the feet right out from under Lynn, then tosses him back into Storm, and now it's the Tennessee Cowboys' opportunity to try and put him away.
Oh, he's got him up right here. He calls this the Eye of the Storm. And he spins him around in whirly bird fashion, and it disorients him. He sends him flying right there on his back.
You're right, doubly productive move. You disoriented by being spun around, and then you crash down to the canvas.
Oh, look at him now taking the beer. He just spit it, Jerry Lynn. He just spit in the face of Kyle Vandenbosch. Unbelievable. What in the world are you thinking, James Storm? How many Tennessee Titans do you want to get on your bad side?
I think Storm loves this. He lives for this, to get under their skin, to get them out of their game. Tag in, Ron the Truth Killings, and referee, senior official Rudy Charles having a hell of a time trying to get Vandenbosch out of the ring.
Well, Vandenbosch knows that he can't get in there at this point. Oh, a meeting of the bodies, mid-ring collision, and both of them hit each other hard and knock the air right out of each other.
You're right, both men go for the crossbody block, and both men connect, and now Ron the Truth Killings and Jerry Lynn are laid out on the canvas. First to get to his feet, an opportunity to get a tag in to one of the fresh individuals, either Frank Wycheck or James Storm, and tag in to Storm.
And here comes Frank Wycheck, and look at that, showing that agility. Oh, look at the power as he scoops and slams the ball. Both of them just look at another drop kick on Killing. Wow, he's not afraid of another wicked drop kick on Storm. Wow.
He's impressed all of us here with his ability. Little meeting of the minds for the Truth and the Cowboy.
Oh, and he just kind of rakes the back right there. And then he's playing a little bit of their own games right back at him. Poking up the eye here, raking up the back there. He's feeding up the crowd. Oh, super kick.
He just got grilled by Storm.
Oh, this is it right here.
Pin.
One.
Vandenbosch in for the save.
I love it. He couldn't help it. He wasn't going to allow Storm to get the pin. And look at him. And now you got Miss Jackie Moore on top of him.
Vandenbosch in a shoving match with Storm. shoots him right into the guardrail, back first. Action in the ring with Killings and Wycheck as well.
Kyle Vanderbilt, just a great reason to bring you down there. He just, you know, he was looking at any chance he could get. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, he's got the bottle of beer. He's got that bottle in his hand. And Jerry Lynn sees it and he keeps it from using it. I think he just caught Killings with it by accident.
Now Lynn takes Storm, shoots him right over to Wycheck. Gonna use his power, gonna use his strength.
He hit him with a critical time driver. Oh, he's done it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, Jerry Lynn and Frank Wycheck.
We have just witnessed Music City Miracle number 2.
If you would have told me that Frank Wycheck is going to win this match using the great pile driver that Jerry Lynn made famous, I'd have told you you're crazy, and he just did it thanks to Kyle Vanderbilt getting Jake Storm out of that ring for that super kick. But you know what? It's fair play all the time. Wow.
Oh yeah, we're celebrating in Nashville, Tennessee. And Don, you've gotta love it. Frank Wycheck, Jerry Lynn get the victory. What an impressive, what a victorious debut for the former Tennessee Titan.
Well, you got to realize this is the guy that's been on the gridiron and he's been in the trenches and been knocked around by guys that's, you know, twice the size even of Storm and Killing. So he wasn't intimidated. Once he got the juices flowing, you could see him make that incredible turn.
Don, let's switch gears. Bob Backlund has had a historic career, a standout amateur wrestler, multi-time world's heavyweight champion. First time almost 30 years ago when he beat superstar Billy Graham. But he's never been the same since Kevin Nash beat him for the title in 9 seconds. Let's check out the crazy world of Mr. Backlund.
I have more effervescence than anyone in TNA.
See, he walks every day about 3, 4, 5 miles. The TV debuts for TNA. Let's catch up with him. There he is. Hey, Mr. Backlund. Remember when my buddy Kevin Nash beat you in 9 seconds? Yeah. I remember that too. You know what? I bet I could beat you in 9 seconds. In fact, I bet any of the younger guys could beat you in 9 seconds.
What you should do?
What's that?
You go ask your friend, Mr. Nash.
Yeah?
What he thinks he can beat me in 9 seconds again.
He's got him in a second. You know what? This is Bro, there's this book he was always talking about in the locker room. Yeah. But we got what we need.
Look at this. Here comes Mr. Backlund.
Well, he's still mad about having his book stolen when Chris Sabin jumped out of the tree and they attacked him.
What's he gonna do with Alex Shelley?
Jay Lethal fed him to him.
You have to give it back. Look, Bob, you have to. It's about morality.
I think I might have to take a few diet tabs. I may have to take a few energy drinks because, you know, you're talking about a guy who's 58 years old. The only thing I'm really worried about is falling asleep.
Stealing, lying, and cheating. Stealing, lying, and cheating. Throwing dogs in the streets. It's morality. A fight for it. I need that match. Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Detroit, Michigan, Alex Shelley.
Well, it started off as a big night for the X Division wrestlers that Kevin Nash has taken under his wing with the X Division title win for Black Machismo Jay Lethal. Initially, Kevin Nash put all of his faith as a pet project in Alex Shelley, the man behind the camera as Paparazzi Productions.
Oh, that is so true. And I mean, you know what, though? And ever since Kevin Nash got a hold of Alex Shelley like he did, we've seen a whole new attitude with Alex Shelley, and you can't deny his in-ring ability, that's for sure.
And his opponent is a former World Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Bob Backlund.
Yes, a former multi-time World's Heavyweight Champion. You know, Bob Backlund is in his 50s, Don, and he has not had a professional wrestling match in a decade, in 10 years. But he returns to the ring tonight at Slammiversary wearing the vintage robe and the towel that he made so famous, yes, when he was the World Heavyweight Champion.
I'll say this about Bob Backlund. He may be almost 60 years old, and I am not exaggerating when I say he's probably in as good a shape as anybody on the TNA roster. This is a man that will do what, 20,000 stair steps a day. He'll do it straight for 3 hours. He walks everywhere he goes. I mean, he's just absolutely a phenomenon.
Incredible physical condition, but it's the mental condition that I'm worried about when it comes to Mr. Backlund.
Well, I don't know what there is to worry about. He's whacked out,
you were at fan interaction with him yesterday here in Nashville.
I mean, I think it's beyond worrying. I mean, this is a matter for professionals to get inside that cranium. I'm not kidding you. At fan interaction, he only signed one autograph because you have to recite the presidents in order, starting from Washington all the way to G.W. Bush, or you don't get an autograph signed, and one lady did it. And then when she did it, I thought he was going to have a conniption.
We may need to put Mr. Backlund on the couch with Dr. Penzer.
I'm going to tell you right now, that's for sure. It takes a high-grade psychiatrist to get into that mind.
Here we go, Alex Shelley and Mr. Backlund to square off. And yes, he went for that single leg. Of course, incredible amateur background for Bob Backlund. The great history as a professional as well. But boy, it was ever since Kevin Nash beat him for the title in that 9-second match at the Garden that he has just snapped, and he has not been the same since. And of course, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, they love to play their games with him, getting into his mind, taking his book, just messing around with it.
Well, you know, Alex Shelley's as crazy as anybody we've ever met before Bob Backlund. There's no doubt about that. And I think what they saw in Bob Backlund was somebody that they could toy with, somebody that they could just, you know how the bullies used to be in school, just somebody they could mess with any chance they got, and they haven't stopped. And the thing about Bob Backlund is it's just so freaking crazy. You gotta wonder how far you're gonna take it, because there you find him in the ring.
And check out Shelley here. Smooth move by Alex Shelley. He's got the arm of Backlund scissored, at the same time reaching through with the key lock, just maintaining the pressure and neutralizing Mr. Backlund.
Well, I'll tell you, Alex Shelley's the perfect guy to wrestle. Oh, look at this. Mr. Backlund turns it around in his favor, and he's actually got his shoulders to the mat. Oh, and he got a 2 count real quick as Shelley spins it back over. Alex Shelley, though, is one of those, I think, mentally strong enough to where, as wild and crazy as Bob Backlund gets, he's not going to let it affect him like somebody else would.
You would expect that Mr. Backlund would have a counter for this move by Shelley, and it looks as he rolls back. He's going to take him up. Yep, we expected a counter from Mr. Backlund, and this should work. He just sets him and positions him up on the top turnbuckle.
I mean, the expression on Alex Shelley's face was amazing when he realized the strength of Bob Backlund, not only getting out of that, getting to his feet and taking him high up there.
Got him in the double underhook. Is he just going to neutralize him or take him over?
Wow.
He takes him over with the butterfly suplex.
What strength that Bob Backlund has as you see Alex Shelley flopping around like a fish. That's got to hurt, especially if you hit your spine the wrong way. It can cause numbness and you not have any feeling back there. Look at him again. He takes him high up again. Just toying with Alex Shelley right now, Mike.
There it is, the atomic drop, the move that actually won Backlund the World's Heavyweight Championship. Wait a minute, Chris Sabin just ran right by the broadcast table.
Former X Division champion Chris Sabin.
Look
at this, grabbing while the referee's distracted. Sabin grabs the ankle of Backlund, and you had to know this was all, but Backlund just uses those ropes against him, and Sabin comes flopping into the ring.
Sabin thought he was going to turn this matchup to the advantage of Alex Shelley, but Backlund back on his feet and then the drop toe hold, and well, that's known as Alex Shelley's head meeting Chris Sabin's crotch.
I don't know what to say to that. Oh, look at this! He got it! Oh, he got it!
Ladies and gentlemen, here's your winner, Mr. Bob Backlund.
How about that? First match in 10 years, and he gets a victory over Alex Shelley.
Unbelievable! And now look at him trying to show the gamesmanship that he's known for. He's putting the hand out there. Alex Shelley's got to be embarrassed. That is a 57-year-old man, but when you realize the shape that he's in, you shouldn't be. And right now you've got Sabin still that ring, and look at him now coming in behind. Oh, it's all about whatever they can do to embarrass Mr. Backlund.
Yeah, and look, of all things, the chicken wing, but it's quickly reversed by Backlund, and he puts his patented move on Sabin. Check out the chicken wing.
Oh, he's got it. He just turned it right around, and Alex Shelley looks around, and he realizes it now. He's got Shelley in the cross-face chicken wing.
Shelley tapping out. Well, after the match, here comes Kevin Nash to the ring. And we talked about Nash's involvement, the fact that he beat Backlund for the title, and also that he initiated officially took Shelley under his wing.
Well, Alex Shelley, he still feels very close to it. It is Father's Day. I mean, you know, it's obvious. It's like he said he had a lot of children here. Now Jerry Lynn coming out just after he's been announced again. We've seen Jerry Lynn get involved with Chris Sabin. Oh! Nash just put a big boot on to Jerry Lynn. I don't know what that's about. And he's watching Shelley and Sabin beat up on Backlund.
What the hell just happened there?
Kevin Nash, what on earth? I thought he was actually turning into a man with integrity.
Oh, and now the double team from Sabin and Shelley as they both drill Jerry Lynn and take him down. And now the handshake to Sabin. Here comes the X Division champ, Black Machismo.
Well, he can't. He doesn't like what's going on right there, and he goes after Sabin, and he gets him with an elbow on the head, and he gets an elbow on Shelley, and then a meeting of the minds.
And he clears the ring, but did you notice Kevin Nash took that big step over the top rope, drops down to the floor. It's almost as if Nash is in the middle here.
Well, you know, the Black Machismo, Jay Lethal's not going to do anything to Kevin Nash. Right now. He's trying to figure out what Kevin Nash is up to, and he's got to be confused.
The new X Division champ, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, has the final word. But amazingly enough, bottom line, Don, Mr. Backlund did it. His first pro match in 10 years, and they're still going to get a couple of shots on the end. Sabin and Shelley take him over the guardrail.
They just sit him over the top of the rail right there, Mike. You knew it was going to go crazy with Mr. Backlund involved.
Amazing. Mr. Backlund, Bob Backlund, his first match in a decade. You're right, nearly 60 years of age, and he scored the win over Aaron.
What in the world?
Sting!
That was like the fallen angel.
He's over the stands.
Christopher Daniels in the crowd here in Nashville at Slammiversary.
Sting, these last few weeks, we've stood face to face. You told me I've misinterpreted your guidance. I've misused it here in TNA. But the mistake isn't mine, it's yours. You need to understand my position, Sting. When I came to you, you told me, be true to yourself. Find that which satisfies your drive. But I wasn't just listening to your words. I used your entire life as my example, and more importantly, your relationship with our Father. You see, when I thought of that, that's when the scales fell from my eyes. That's when I saw things in a new light. You see, I realized I've always been an angel, sent from the heavens to do his bidding. I strive to be godlike in word and in deed, but the God I follow says, you take an eye for an eye and a life for a life. My God has no tolerance for those who have wronged him, and that is the God that gave me the gifts that made me a tag team champion, that made me an X Division champion, and will make me TNA heavyweight champion of the world. All he asks of me is to be Sting. In that ring, my will be done.
He asked Sting for guidance, but he didn't take what Sting said the right way. Later tonight, Sting against the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Women deserve respect, and we do not have to lay down for anybody.
I don't know if you know about that ladder of success. Before you go up, you gotta go around.
I want a match against VKM.
You want a match for your team with VKM? Yes. You got it.
You're like that pimple on my ass that just won't go away.
You disgust me. You're a pig. It's time for you to get the punishment that you deserve.
Revenge has to taste pretty sweet to Christy Hemme.
You tried to cripple me. Well, our paths will cross again. And I swear to God in heaven above, I will try to cripple you. You have woke the sleeping dog. And by God, I will bite you until you bleed. Gentlemen, You've done what you did not want to do, and that's piss off this redneck. Gentlemen, you are in for the fight of your friggin' lives, because if it's one thing I know how to do, it's fight. You better bring your A game when you come to my house and come in my backyard. Don't nobody, and by God I mean nobody, walk out of there but a James. Get it? Got it? Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team grudge match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1, accompanied by Christy Hemme, Damager, and Basham.
The match that was originally scheduled to take place last month at our Sacrifice pay-per-view, but had to be canceled because of that premeditated attack by Christy Hemme's team, Damager and Basham, when they laid out B.G. James. When his head made contact with the concrete, when he was put on the sidelines for, what, 5 weeks, Don, with the concussion?
Oh, absolutely. It was at least 5 weeks. And you got to admire the way Christy Hemme has kept these two focused. I mean, she's had a mission, and she's going right after it and achieved it. But now, we'll see if BG's ready.
And their opponents, B.G. James, Kip James, the Voodoo Kid Mafia!
Sounded to me like B.G. and Kip have payback, have revenge on their minds, and you can't blame them. B.G. and Kip James, VKM, the Voodoo Kid Mafia, set to do battle with Damage and Basham, and Christy Hemme's team is going to meet him and attack even before the opening bell.
Well, Basham and Damage just went right after, and it's a smart move because they knew that VKM was absolutely going to be focused on being aggressive right from the start, and they were, and you can see right now, they've got Damage trapped, and they send it right up over the top and right into Basham.
Great move by BKM. You're right, Damage and Basham both taken down. And here goes Kip in pursuit of Christy Hemme, who runs right into B.G. James face to face. Now she's in between both members of BKM. Damage and Basham back up to their feet. And there's the opening bell.
Well, that's not the place that Christy Hemme wants to be right now with 4 people pissed off at each other. But B.G. James, I'm going to be interested in seeing how he can respond after that beatdown that he got a while back. And, oh, it's amazing how high that Basham can get up there and get that leg, and he gets it all the way up over the neck, and he just sits him down, and now looks to the right. It's just unbelievable blows.
I think the reason that these 4 individuals, these 2 teams are so PO'd at each other is because of Christy Hemme.
Sure.
She's really been the arsonist in this whole situation, and it goes back months if you think about it, Don. How many times has she told us how she deserves a place here in TNA?
Well, I just remember when she used to talk about women not getting the same break and just went on and on about it. And, you know, but I'll tell you one thing you've got to give her. She got focused and decided that she was going to be heard. And she went, kept trying. She would try this team and that team. And once they didn't work out, she went to another one. And I think she's found what she was looking for in Damage and Basham.
A series of shots, just rocking Damage, but he takes the shortcut and rakes the eyes of B.G. James and tags in Basham. Going to exploit the 5 count from referee Earl Hebner. First the drop toe hold, and then the follow move with the knee drop to the back. Oh, right to the face of B.G. James. Check out your screen for the latest update. You voted at TNA's mobile on who you think will win the King of the Mountain match tonight, and you see it on your screen right there. There's the early results. We'll follow that all throughout tonight's Slammiversary pay-per-view event.
AJ Styles, Samoa Joe taking the early lead on that. Very interesting in a situation, but right now I got to tell you something. They have not been intimidated by the anger that B.G. James said he was going to bring, the experience that those 2 that VKM have. Damage and Basham have had a game plan and have followed it, but right there, B.G. able to just roll out of the way, and Basham just caught his face right into the mat, and I'm going to tell you, that'll give you a concussion.
Right, went for the diving headbutt off the top, caught only canvas on the way down. Tag into Damage at the same time, tag into Kip James, who unloads with right hands for both men. Repeated shots by Kip.
I mean, you just don't realize how big Kip James is until you see him in the ring like this. He just is an imposing figure, and he's using that strength right now. Oh, man!
Tilt-a-whirl slam. Pin broken up.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Basham didn't even give it a chance. He went right in there, and that's what you got to do. These guys have good chemistry together, and now Damage has got him, and you can see a little double team right here.
No question, damaging bash going to take Kip James all into the air, and then that spear by BG leads to the pin attempt and the 3 count for Kip.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners, the Voodoo King Mafia.
Great move there by BG James, just comes flat in, and oh, Kip James sends damage over the top of the rope, and I'll tell you what, Kip was ready for it when BG James just knocked him right out. And look at Christy Hemme now, they're on her.
All right, Kip James in pursuit of Christy Hemme, circling the 6-sided ring as she heads up the ramp. And Kip follows up the ramp. And
look at that big Lance Hoyt waiting right there for her. Oh, and here he comes, because they know, wait a minute. He's going to take her up the ramp, wait a minute.
Yeah, Big Lance Hoyt, the associate of VKM, the Voodoo King Mafia. We've seen this before, haven't we?
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, Lance is so thankful to VKM for all that they've done for him and helping him find a place here. And you can see now it's time for Christy Hemme to get hers, and they're bringing her right into the ring.
You're right, Lance Hoyt brings her down the ramp, rolls her in the ring for Kip James. Is he going to choke slam her?
Oh, he's going to choke slam her, it looks like right here, and he's waiting to see what the crowd says. The crowd giving him the thumbs up to go ahead and do it.
BG as well.
Oh!
What the hell? What?
Lance Hoyt just went right. Look at BG, can't believe it. And then bash him. And damage and catch him from behind. Lance Hoyt just turned on VKM. And the crowd is ticked off at Lance Hoyt, and now BG James is trapped.
Oh, putting the bad mouth on BG. Then the overhand slap, and he just about took his head off with that boot.
2 big boots, one to Kip, and now another one to BG, and I can't believe it. Lance Hoyt, I mean, we fought right into that. Oh, Christy Hemme working her magic. You gotta think they had it planned the whole time. She knew that they would chase her up the ramp.
And did you hear Lance Hoyt right in the face of Kip James afterwards? And here's the celebration. How about that? Playing the whiplet right on Christy Hemme's lips.
I guess they're getting along pretty good.
Let's send it to Letitia, standing by with Jim Cornette from TNA Management. Take it, Letitia.
Rick, you gotta listen to reason. Look, I'm sorry, personally and professionally. I really am for what happened to Scott in Puerto Rico. I'm sorry he's hurt, but the point is, you got no partner. You're gonna have to forfeit the match tonight.
I'm not forfeiting this match tonight, Jim. No way.
You can't fight these guys by yourself, Rick. As brave as you are, you can't fight them by yourself.
I'm not by myself, Jim.
What?
I got me a partner.
Who? You got him?
I got him.
He's here?
He's here.
Son, you got yourself a tag team match.
Who is it?
If he wanted you to know, I believe he would have told you instead of me. Excuse me. Gotta go. Oh, this is gonna be great.
Well, the dog-faced gremlin does have a partner.
Wait a minute, Mike! Look at this! It's LAX, and they're beating up on Hector Guerrero right there at the Spanish announce table. They pulled him out while that we were watching the situation going on in the tag title match. LAX is calling Hector Guerrero, and they're just beating the snot out of him.
Oh, you recall earlier tonight, LAX defeated by Rhino and Senshi. Hector certainly aiding that win as now LAX continues to beat down on Hector Guerrero.
And there's Conan
from the broadcast position. I mean, Rhino and Senshi down there completely on the opposite end of the building in the locker room.
Oh, they don't have any idea that LAX had this plan, and there's no way now you see security getting out there, but Conan grabbing the face of Hector and just screaming in his face.
A sneak gang attack by LAX. Up next at Slammiversary, Robert Roode and Eric Young.
Eric Young is at home where I told him to be. Jeff Jarrett, when I beat you 1, 2, 3, Robert Roode is going to go from star to superstar.
He hits the strong gear and you can feel it. Look at the emotion. Oh, you can see Mitch Brooks pull the referee out. What's in the hands of Robert Roode? Oh, that's his hard knockout. Comes the exposed steel. Here comes the perfect flex and oh, no.
Look out. Oh, no, Jarrett has no idea.
Here comes Eric Young, and he stops her just in time. He's got her in the figure four.
Now that's the way you bond with your friends.
Free at last. Free at last. Thank your lucky stars on free at last.
You're still under contract to Robert Roode Incorporated, which means I still own you. I advise you to get yourself a good attorney because Robert Roode is going to sue you for every
every single solitary dime that you have to your pathetic name.
And let's forget the depositions and the courts and the lawyers, and let's do it a Slammiversary. Robert Roode versus Eric Young. If you win, you can fire him, but if he wins, then he's free.
Show you that it pays to be rude.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest at Slammiversary is a freedom match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by his chief executive offender, Miss Brooks, from Wall Street in Manhattan, New York, Robert Roode.
What does Robert Roode love more than anything? Being able to control people, specifically Eric Young, and he has an opportunity here in this freedom match, Don, to do exactly that. The freedom of Eric Young is on the line. There you see the contract right there. Miss Brooks brings the paperwork down to ringside.
Well, you said it, Mike. Robert Roode's not happy unless he's making somebody miserable, and Eric Young has been his target when he realized the popularity that Eric Young had with the fans, and Robert Roode couldn't get any of that love. Well, he focused on Eric Young and able to manipulate him up to this point. So right now you know how bad he wants to keep Eric Young in his fold so he can keep control of him.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, Showtime, Eric Young.
You heard in the video package, free at last. That was the chant from Eric Young, the always paranoid Eric Young. Somebody's got to warn him about that pyro one of these days.
I think if he knew it was coming, he'd still jump out of his shorts. I'll tell you what, you got to look at the face of Eric Young right now, and I don't think it's just the pyro. I think he really is so nervous, and this crowd is going to have to get into him so he can feed off of it, because he's just so paranoid to begin with, Mike. He's going to have to let all that go, because Robert Roode, I can tell you, is going to have a mission and a game plan.
You know, we've called him the Pied Piper of TNA because the fans are so into Eric Young, and I think you're right, Don. I think he feeds off of that support from the TNA fan base. He's going to need that, but he's going to need an awful lot of wrestling ability as well if he's going to be victorious here over Robert Roode in the freedom match. If Eric Young wins, tear up that contract. Free at last. If Robert Roode wins, I remember the words of Jim Cornette. He said, Eric Young, if you lose, Robert Roode can do any damn thing he pleases to you.
Well, Jim Cornette finally just had enough and got to that point, so it's all on Eric Young. For the first time, I think, Eric Young realizes he's on an island out here. If he wants to keep wrestling, if he wants to do this for a career, he's going to have to focus intently and try to get Robert Roode and beat him on his own, because it's now on the line. He doesn't have Jim Cornette out here to change things for him, and you know, this is what he asked for. This is what he got.
And of course, anytime we watch Robert Roode in action as Eric Young just takes him and fires Roode out to the arena floor, you've got to worry about Ms. Brooks at ringside. Eric up on top, and Ms. Brooks, look at this, stands right in between Young and Roode.
Is he going to do it? She's trying to talk him out of it, and look at that. She's got some kind of a power over him. Wait a minute. He goes up top again, and he goes right over the top, and he nails Robert Roode on the concrete. But I also think it cost Eric Young too. But look at him, he's getting fired up.
Sensational cross body block by Eric Young from the top out to the arena floor. Connects. Back in the ring, and the pin attempt.
We gotta see this again if we can. Look at this.
Look how high he got.
You look up and he comes flying right over the top of Miss Brooks, and there's another angle. Great camera work, guys, as he hits him right on the concrete.
We're back live at Slammiversary, and Robert Roode in control now. Gonna try and follow up out on the floor. Gonna take Young up and drop him down throat first across the steel guardrail.
Well, I'll tell you another thing, Eric Young's got to keep an eye on Miss Brooks at all times. She'll use all of her
charms,
sizable
assets.
Yeah. The flotation floozy, as you like to say, will do whatever she can to distract, and it's hard not to be distracted. I mean, it's just nature. And you can see Robert Roode now going for a quick pin, but doesn't have enough right now. Eric Young's still got too much adrenaline going right now.
You're right. Needs to wear him down a lot more before he's going to get the 3 count on Eric Young in a match as important as this one.
Crowd, though, you talk about a crowd that'll get behind somebody. If they feel that Eric Young is going to get this momentum turning his way, and
cheap shot.
She just
hitting him with the contract. Slaps him in the face with the contract repeatedly.
And you know, it's just the way she does it. It just grates into you. And again, Robert Roode able to get a near fall right there, but again, Eric Young, just not enough.
I love the way Gail Kim earlier was able to talk some sense into Eric Young to try and point out that Ms. Brooks is just trying to toy with him as Eric gets back to his feet with a series of right hands to the side of the head that rock Robert Roode.
Well, I think she's trying to impose on him how serious this is. I mean, you know how Eric Young is. Everybody loves him. Everybody back there loves him, and they don't want to see him not be a part of it. See another pin, able to get the shoulder, but it was a little bit slower that time. And you know what I mean? Gail Kim, I think, had to do that. And let me tell you, if there's anybody that can distract you away from Miss Brooks, it's Gail Kim.
Robert Roode looks around at the crowd, the great crowd on hand here in Nashville, Tennessee. We're in Music City, USA. Back to our roots for the Slammiversary pay-per-view event. And he continues to assault Eric Young. Right into the turnbuckles, off the snap mare. Watch him snap the neck.
Well, when these two were teammates in Team Canada, we always said that Eric Young was kind of the daredevil, but Robert Roode was so consistent in the strength of Team Canada. He just is one of those guys that... There's your hero! He's even stronger than he looks, and he just has a way about it that he gets focused and pinpointed in something, and he can just use that. And I mean, right here in front of us, that knife edge chop. I mean, you can just feel it echo out of here in the Municipal Auditorium. Nice elbow, though. Nice defense there by Eric Young.
I mean, think back to the Team Canada days. We've never doubted the in-ring ability of Robert Roode. We've always put him over for that. But it's just that cockiness, and especially, connects there with the neck breaker, cover, and another near fall here. Since the formation of Roode Incorporated, the association with Ms. Brooks, it's just this attitude just turns you off.
Well, you know what? When you think about his ability, you actually want to root for him. It's just like Petey Williams. It's so fun to be able to root for Petey Williams now because they're so good. And look at him just pull back on the chin,
just cranking on that chin lock, and at the same time, Don, putting his weight across the back of Eric Young, who tries to slowly get back up to a vertical base. Gonna try up.
Look at this. He just skewed. I mean, you talk about willpower. You talk about intestinal fortitude. Eric Young just got to his feet, dropped Robert Roode on his back, and you saw the expression on Miss Brooks' face that told it all.
I couldn't believe it. She couldn't either. But I think that move by Eric Young took an awful lot out of the gas tank. He's slow to get to his feet. Both men used the ring ropes just to get right back up to their feet and meet in mid-ring. Eric got the better of the first shot, blocks that one from Roode. And look at Eric Young come back with those right hands.
Nice rights, one right after another, and as he throws Robert Roode off, and look at this, he gets an extension high and another shot on the back.
Back body drop, leads to an elbow, leads to a clothesline that levels him. Far leg hook.
No. Well, the crowd, though, starting to feel it, man. They realize that Eric Young has got momentum going his way, but when you got somebody like Robert Roode with that strength, did you see that? Oh, look at this. Now he's just playing with Miss Brooks and getting in her mind. Oh, my gosh.
Getting in her mind?
Oh, he's getting in her pants. What? Take it off.
Concentrate back on the match if we can. Here comes Eric. Oh, man, went for the dive, and he just drilled Roode right in the head.
And that was another suicide dive, and again, look at that floor, people. That's not a mat. That is pure concrete. Pure concrete. He goes right over the mat and hit Roode right into the concrete. Man, Eric Young is feeling it right now.
This is the opportunity that Eric's been waiting for. Get the win, Eric, and gain your freedom. Roode, look at this. Shoved off by Young. Eric perched up on top. Here we go.
Elbow drop. He nails it. He nails it. Here it is.
Cover him.
1, 2. Oh, man, Robert Roode, that was something there. You got to give him that.
1 second away from freedom, but you're right. Robert Roode able to power out before the 3 count, and there's the jawbreaker.
No, he did.
Sharp clothesline.
Oh, that wicked left-handed clothesline. But you can see Robert Roode turn. Now he's just getting madder and madder at it. He realized he's already embarrassed Miss Brooks, and if you embarrass Miss Brooks, you're embarrassing Robert Roode now.
Look at it. Yeah, we've seen this before. He takes down the pad, exposes the bone of the knee. He's coming off the middle rope, and here comes the knee drop.
Oh, great move, great counter right there by Eric Young. He got the foot up just in time, and it caught him under the chin, Mike.
You're right, extended the leg, caught Roode, and now going to position Roode up on top. Right hand, and here's Ms. Brooks into the battle.
Well, she senses it, and he just takes her head right, smashes it into the crotch of Robert Roode.
Yeah, used it as a battering ram.
Look at this.
What is this? He's got both Roode and Ms. Brooks up on his shoulders in the fireman's carry position, and then he drops them both down to the mat. Look around this building.
Oh, I thought he had it. Did he? And he killed yell, but he couldn't hear from the crowd. Robert Roode just blasted him with the chair.
Steel
and
chair
it's
shot.
over. No way is he getting up from that. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match is Robert Roode. And per the stipulations agreed upon, Eric Young's TNA contract is now null and void, and he will be fired.
Oh, what a way to have it in.
Eric Young, I still own you. And I'm going to do what I should have did a long time ago. Eric Young, you're fired.
Eric Young, you're fired.
Wait just a minute.
Jim Cornette from TNA Management on the scene.
Robert Roode.
Roode, you're gonna do something you should have done a long time ago. Open your ears and shut your stinking mouth. I told you that I was gonna keep an eye on this match because I told you I wanted to settle this thing fair and square. And what I just saw and what all these people saw wasn't fair and it wasn't square. So as far as I'm concerned, this match is not over.
Whoa. What? He's gonna restart it.
Yes, I can, you flotation floozy. So, Rudy Charles, restart this match, ring the bell.
Yeah!
You gotta wonder though, has Eric Young even had time to recover?
No. And Roode immediately to the mount with those piston-like right hands, shot after shot to the head.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Jim Cornette did what he could to give Eric Young a chance, but Eric Young is still knocked out. I mean, I appreciate what Jim Cornette did. Wait a minute! Oh. Gail Kim out of nowhere! She just crashed into Miss Brooks, and look at Gail Kim just beat the crap out of her!
Yeah, just as Miss Brooks was going to send that steel chair into Robert Roode for more punishment, and now Gail Kim and Miss Brooks battle up the ramp, and there goes Gail Kim in pursuit, but check out what's going on in the ring. Roode in total control. Eric Young is just limp. His body is lifeless.
He just doesn't have anything left. That chair shot was hit perfectly. And look at this, he's just toying with him. Robert Roode can end this right here. You can hear Jim Cornette screaming for Eric Young to get up. And then you heard Robert Roode, this is on your hands, Cornette.
The match has been restarted. Let's see if Robert Roode can...
What? He rolled him on! Eric Young did it!
Here's your winner, Showtime, Eric Young!
The restart of the match by TNA Management's Jim Cornette leads to the 3 count, and you can say it with me, Eric Young is free at last!
Let me tell you something, Eric Young, I didn't know he had the brains, but he played possum. He let Robert Roode do all of that, and then he rolled him up for the pin.
Let's send it to JB, standing by with Team 3D.
Backstage with the World Tag Team Champions, Brother Ray, Brother Devon, Team 3D. Gentlemen, what started out as a matter of respect has escalated into a war of words. Tonight, the two of you defend the World Tag Team Championship against Rick Steiner and an undisclosed partner.
June 17th, Slammiversary in Nashville, Tennessee. A historic night for TNA. What was supposed to be a historic night for tag team wrestling also. Because tonight, two of the greatest tag teams of all time, Team 3D and the Steiner Brothers, were gonna get it on for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Now that ain't gonna happen because Scott Steiner ain't here tonight. Some say that Scott Steiner's got a throat problem, that he had to have surgery. I think he's got a problem with his throat because he's been talking too much crap about Team 3D. Scott Steiner's not here tonight because he punked out. He punked out on the wrestling business. He punked out on the wrestling fans. But most of all, he punked out on his brother Rick. It hurts me to even stand here and say all these things about Scott Steiner and to have to bury the Steiner brothers. Because up until about 4 weeks ago, we had nothing but respect for them. But in the Impact Zone, they chose to spit in our faces, tell us that we weren't worth crap and that we were nobodies in tag team wrestling. Well, these nobodies are here tonight. And Scott, you're not. You left your brother Rick to do your dirty work. Rick's been out of the wrestling scene for about 5, 7, 10 years. Who knows? What kind of partner do you think he's going to be able to scab up at this time? The bottom line is this. Rick, we hope you found somebody good. Scott, we hope you get well real soon so we can finally beat the crap out of you like we said we could do. Tonight, Rick Steiner and whoever his partner is, who cares? Oh, my brother! Testify!
Tonight at Slammiversary, we will have 3 championship matches. This is title match number 2 for the TNA World Tag Team title.
Continues with the following one-fall contest for the TNA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first from New York City, the TNA World Tag Team Champions, Brother Ray, Brother Devon. They are Team 3D.
Well, they accomplished their dream, Team 3D, back in St. Louis at our lockdown pay-per-view event in April. Defeated LAX to win the World Tag Team title. They received no respect from Rick and Scott Steiner, but tonight, to me, the story is the unknown. Who will Rick Steiner bring to the ring to be his tag team partner? We just heard from Brother Ray, Brother Devon. They didn't seem too worried.
Well, you saw originally it was all about respect for Team 3D, and then they were so disrespected that it became about revenge, and I don't know who Rick Steiner has, but it better be somebody good.
And ladies and gentlemen, the challengers, introducing first from Detroit, Michigan, the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner!
We had anticipated a dream matchup of 2 legendary tag teams, Team 3D and Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers, but Don, you talked about it earlier, not going to take place because of the serious injury to Scott Steiner recently suffered in Puerto Rico, but Rick Steiner went to Jim Cornette. He said, "I've got him." He whispered it in Cornette's ear. And if I tell you what, that was quite a pop, quite a response from Jim Cornette. Who's his partner going to be?
He's barking in the ring right there, and this is so much at stake with the tag titles on the line. Crowd is anticipating. Wait a minute.
And his tag team partner, Road Warrior Animal!
Wow! You want legendary tag team?
You go from losing a legend and then grabbing a legend. Unbelievable! And how perfect is that? Unreal!
Whether you call it the Road Warriors or the Legion of Doom, here he comes, Road Warrior Animal, and the look on the face of Brother Ray and Brother Devon tells an incredible story as this crowd in Nashville goes nuts because the legendary Road Warrior Animal has joined Rick Steiner as his tag team partner. Wow!
And I mean, think about this. Mentally, this really goes against Team 3D. And you got to realize these belts are on the line. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the Road Warrior Animal hasn't been a member of this team. He was able to get this shot. Rick Steiner convinced Jim Cornette to let him ride, and with the circumstances with Scott Steiner he did. And unreal. And mentally right now, Team of Animal and Rick Steiner have an incredible advantage.
The World Tag Team Championship belts on the line. Team 3D to defend. Yes, you heard it. The dog-faced gremlin and Road Warrior Animal. History made tonight here at Slammiversary.
I'll tell you what, the roof came off there.
What a response, what a reaction from the crowd here in Nashville as Brother Devon and the dog-faced gremlin hook it up.
Well, Team 3D, though, is just going to have to focus. I mean, they're the champs for a reason. I don't care what Rick or Scott Steiner has said about them and all the things that they've done. You can't disrespect Team 3D. They've won tag titles everywhere they've gone. It doesn't matter. If they've joined it, they've won the tag team division there. And the reason being is they have as good a chemistry together as anybody that's ever been in that ring. And even though Rick Steiner and Scott earlier have disrespected with their words, let me tell you something, all that does is motivate Team 3D.
I mean, think about it, over a year here in TNA, Don, before winning the TNA World Tag Team Championships, his brother Devon uses that pure raw power and strength against Rick Steiner, takes him up, mid-ring scoop and a slam, off the ropes and drops the elbow across the chest. The follow cover leads to a 2 count before Steiner powers out.
Brother Devon getting the start right here, and I think that's a good move. He's a little bit more athletic, and whoa, look at Rick though, using that strength and that wrestling background. And he's going over right now, and he's looking up at Animal like, are you ready? And they're looking at each other, and they're kind of, that's the thing about it, you got to wonder about their chemistry. Have they ever tagged together?
Not to my knowledge, Don. I mean, did you notice right there the body language between the two? Road Warrior Animal extending his hand in. Rick said, I got it, I'll take care of it. Boy, on the receiving end of the 3D double team, and Brother Ray now this time goes for the pin. Back to the offensive, but Steiner tries to fight back. Doubles him over with the knee and tags in to Road Warrior Animal. And you know what? Think back to last football season, Don, college football. You could not watch an Ohio State football game without seeing Road Warrior Animal in the stands cheering on, supporting his son, the great linebacker from the Ohio State Buckeyes, James Laurinaitis.
I was talking with experts that I have. You know, I do the radio show, and believe it or not, Laurinaitis is projected to be a top 10 draft pick if he comes out this year. That's what an incredible athlete his son is.
Pile driver, spikes him right in his head, and look at this, Road Warrior Animal gets right back up to his feet.
And and Brother Ray can't believe it. He figured he'd at least still be on the ground. And oh, look at this, both of them being right in the middle.
Looked like Brother Ray got the best of it, but then Animal gets right back up and matches him and stares him down.
Oh, I'll tell you, you get a situation like what Animal's dealing with right now. Probably a few weeks ago, he didn't know if he'd ever be in that ring again. He gets a call from Rick Steiner when the situation happened with Scott, and now he has a chance to become TNA Tag Team Champion.
They lock it up, collar and elbow. Front face lock by Brother Ray. Smart move. Position Animal to your side of the ring. Neutralize him. Hold on to him. Tag into your partner. And now Brother Devon in control. Animal shot off into the ropes. Telegraph the back body. And boy, he got caught with the big boot from Animal, who tags in Steiner.
Now you're seeing them work together a little bit better, and I think that's what they're going to have to do. Brother Ray and Brother Devon, they're not going to panic. They're not going to worry if things don't go their way. They've been in too many of these kind of matches. And that's what I'm talking about. Brother Ray right there just fed Rick Steiner right back to Brother Devon.
You're right. Dropped him down, throat first across the top rope. And as he sprung off the ropes, he went right into the Brother Devon clothesline. Big elbow shot. Forearm as well, driven into the back of the head and the neck of Steiner, face first into the top turnbuckle. Rick Steiner really being dominated here by Team 3D, big overhand rights, shot after shot to the top of the head by Devon.
I mean, we've talked about Road Warrior Animal not being in the ring at some time now. Think about Rick Steiner, neither is he, both these guys. It's like they got one shot right here. It's almost like a storybook type of a situation.
Oh, that's a great point, it really is, especially when you think of the schedule that Team 3D has had here in TNA since their arrival. Hangman's type neckbreaker drops right down, near leg hook this time, and it leads, oh man, almost a pin right there, near fall, 2 count only, as Rick Steiner is able to roll the shoulder. The great quick tags from the World Tag Team Champions. Brother Devon, now the legal man.
Well, like I said, they're just so good together. I mean, you've been together that long. You know each other like the back of your hands, and they know that the longer this match goes, the better it goes for them. But man, Rick Steiner able to get out of the way. I think Brother Devon was a little nonchalant in that. I think he just figured that Rick Steiner was gassed, and he went forward, and Steiner able to get out of the way.
Steiner makes his way over, tag into Animal, big swing and a miss with the clothesline and the big boot from Animal Dex. Devon, and the power slam takes down Brother Ray. Back body drop for Devon. on.
I'll tell you what, when you do it to guys that size, one right after another, I mean, think about this. Road Warrior Animal just showing his strength and just going right after another, but now Brother Ray able to catch him in the back, and now they've got it 2-on-1.
Clubbing blow to the back. They shoot him off into the corner, but he explodes with the double lariat. Took them both down, 2 for the price of 1. Tag in, now Rick Steiner's legal.
I guess when you're a legend like that and you've had so many tag titles, it's just like riding a bike for these guys.
You're right, amazing the way that they work together as, wait a minute, we're gonna go Doomsday here?
Well, you saw him hold up and you can see Rick now gonna climb up the top, and all they're taking way too long. Team 3D's not gonna give him that chance, and you can see right there the double team.
No question about it. Think they were gonna go for the Doomsday with using Rick off the top, and then he explodes with the double clothesline that takes down both members of Team 3D.
I mean, you can tell this is just such an emotional matchup. I mean, think about it. Oh, and again, there it is.
3D leads to the 1-2-3, and they keep the title.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners and still TNA World Tag Team Champions, Team 3D.
Brother Ray, Brother D-Von victorious. Later tonight at Slammiversary, Sting and Christopher Daniels.
I went to Sting for enlightenment, and he set me on the path that I'm on now, but it seems the strength of my convictions is too much for Sting.
And here comes Christopher Daniels, who's got that weird relationship with Sting. Well, he's got the bat in his hand, and he's trying to distract the ref, and he throws the bat to Sting. Sting doesn't want to go out that way, and he's ticked off.
Well, Sting, the thing about faith is this. You either embrace your beliefs, or you're consumed by them.
Oh, my God, he just hit him right in the back. You can see the look in Daniels' face. He cost him a chance as the king of the mountain.
I've made my choice. Sting, make your choice.
Sting just out of nowhere attacks the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Sting's had enough, and I mean, he's been relentless like
This is revenge in the mind of Sting after Daniels cost Sting the king of the mountain opportunity.
I realize now that the ideas of your actions and paying for your actions and consequences and penance, incurring wrath, pain, vengeance, all of those concepts, I understand because of talking to you, Sting.
In recent weeks, everywhere we see Sting, we see the fallen angel popping up.
As someone who strived to be godlike, not just in words, but in deeds, I realize now that I have to erase the gray area. I have to look at things in black and white.
You can see the look in Daniels' face. Honestly, I don't know what Christopher Daniels is thinking.
Either you're with me,
Wait a minute, go unbelievable! You gotta be kidding me!
or you're against me.
The fallen angel Christopher Daniels battles the icon Sting next.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the City of Angels, the fallen angel, Christopher Daniels.
Much of the confusion in this relationship between the fallen angel and Sting was cleared up recently. We know that Daniels approached Sting. He approached him for help in both his career and his life. We know that Sting tried to guide him down that same road to recovery that Sting took several years ago when, quite honestly, Sting's life was spiraling downward. But the way we read it, Daniels, he took a wrong turn. He misinterpreted. He misunderstood the direction that Sting tried to guide him.
And his opponent, from Venice Beach, California, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sting!
Oh, man! Look at him coming from the top of the Invincible, all the way from the top, and the crowd goes crazy! Wow!
Now that's a Slammiversary entrance as Sting repels your right on. From the top of the Municipal Auditorium all the way into the ring for this one-on-one matchup against the fallen angel. Little piece of deja vu.
I'll tell you what, something like that right there will get inside your head, no doubt about it. Unbelievable, that's what Sting's letting him know. And look at him get the crowd right in behind him. Wow, I'm looking up the tunnel, and next thing I know, he's all the way from the top.
You made a great point about getting inside the fallen angel's head with that vintage entrance as Sting repels down here at Slammiversary. And I think that's got to give him the edge right here in the opening, playing those mind games with the Fallen Angel.
Well, you think about the symbolic situation there. Think about that. You've got Christopher Daniels talking about how he's come from the heavens and how he really is an angel. I mean, think about that. And then there's Sting coming from the heaven above down into the ring. I mean, maybe I'm reading it a little too deep, but I think that maybe Sting was sending a message.
First ever meeting between these two. Sees Sting come off the ropes and put the shoulder right into Daniels. Off the ropes again. Daniels able to leapfrog. Meets him in mid-ring. Attempted a hip toss. Perfect counter. Perfect reversal as Sting takes him over.
I'll tell you something. Christopher Daniels has so much talent, so much ability. We'll never deny that. But Sting, you could, oh, what a drop kick. Just putting the feet right into the chin. And then he kicks the back of the leg. I mean, look at Sting. He's going for it right off the bat. What a way to send a message.
Oh, and Daniels, like it's a life or death situation, and it was there as Sting had that scorpion deadlock almost cinched in, almost locked into place before the Fallen Angel gets to the ring ropes to get the break.
Well, I'll tell you what he's doing. He's coming out here to kind of catch his breath right now. He realizes that Sting is motivated, fired up, and I mean, just flailing wildly is Christopher Daniels, and Sting comes right off and clotheslines him off the ring apron. I mean, everything he wants to do, he's doing, and Christopher Daniels is eating it every bit of the way.
Oh, great move by Sting that time, Don. You're right. Right off the ring apron with the clothesline that dropped Daniels in his tracks. Daniels back up on the apron, and Sting's there to meet him, and what a shot by the Fallen Angel. Oh, man! Did you see that? He used the ring ropes and then just flung him forward that time into the steel guardrail.
Like a slingshot. Yeah. He just backs him right off the ropes, and he caught him into the guardrail, and that was a good move by the Fallen Angel, because that's what you got to do. Oh, what a wicked shot into the guardrail over there in front of the crowd.
Yeah, the exposed ribs of Sting went right into the steel that time as he was shot right into the guardrail again by Daniels.
Oh, the Fallen Angel right now getting the momentum, and Sting came out so fired up, and you hope that he didn't throw it all in there at the beginning. And Christopher Daniels, he's so methodical. We've seen him. When he gets it on him, man, he just dropped it right on that knee, right into the gut.
Oh, you're right. Hooked him with the gut wrench, took him up into the air, and then stomach first. The midsection right across the knee of Daniels. Boy, the edge has really turned here in a hurry. You mentioned it earlier, and I have to agree, all Sting in the opening minutes, but Daniels has turned it quickly in his favor, charging across the ring and putting the knee right in Sting's chest.
Oh, and you can see the longer this goes, the more that Christopher Daniels is feeling it, his mission that he's accomplished. And one thing you've got to give him, he's always had focus. And look at those Sting, and then Sting just swings wildly. Look at the right-left combinations into the gut, the uppercut by Christopher Daniels.
Series of shots, then the shoulder block in the corner, the quick snapmare takeover, and the corkscrew dropped with the elbow. Again, that time right to the chest, and he stands on the chest of Sting.
Oh, that's just, he knows this crowd is for Sting. He knows this crowd is behind Sting all the way, and that's just a way of just sending a message to them.
Continues the attack, puts the boots to Sting. The look on his face tells the whole story. The Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, so happy with how he's turned this matchup around, turned it in his favor, got him in the corner, and here's the shoulder blocks.
Well, he keeps knocking the air out of Sting, and that's a smart move. I mean, we've seen him with the knee. Now, Sting, nice shot there, and he got him into the neck, and then a right, and then another one to the back of the neck.
Backhand shots even from Sting, but the reversal sends him into the ropes. Hip toss takeover is blocked. Sting goes to counter, and Daniels just took his fingers and stuck them right in Sting's eyes and then just raked down and now applies the abdominal stretch.
Well, I'll tell you something. Christopher Daniels has got it set in there, and he's mad at referee Earl Hebner right there. And man, and now you can see that.
Chest bumps Hebner. Be careful, Daniels. You're going to get disqualified.
Well, what you're doing, too, is you're giving Sting time to recover. A man with that kind of experience, you need to put him away when you've got your chance. And he'll make a mistake with that with Sting, I'll tell you. But now look at him. It's just so fluid. You got to give him that.
Split leg moonsault, the follow pin, and a near fall for the Fallen Angel on Sting.
Christopher Daniels doing pretty much what he wants right now. And Sting, I think, has lost his air. All those shots to the gut, we saw it earlier. One after another, and the knee into it, and I mean, I really believe he's having a hard time getting his breath.
Yeah, that series of shoulder blocks, Don. We saw it on a couple of different occasions.
There's another one.
And another one in the corner, and Sting has not been the same ever since those offensive moves from Daniels. Shot off diagonally into the corner. Here comes Daniels charging across, Same type of offense. He used his chest that time as a battering ram. But look at Sting walk out of the corner.
Oh, he turns around, and there he is, and now Sting. He caught his breath, and he's looking him right in the eye. And there's one shot after another, and Sting's just looking at him like, oh, yes, that's the best you can do.
Daniels, right hand shot blocked by Sting. On the attack, here comes Sting. Comeback moves, right hand after right hand, inverted atomic drop.
Oh, and then takes him with the clothesline right there, and another one. Sting is just feeding off of this, but he misses.
Series of clotheslines, and then the face plant. Grabs Daniels by the back of the head. Drives him down to the canvas.
Here it is.
Pin, two, no.
Daniels able to kick out. I mean, he is. He's just such an incredible athlete. But it's just amazing how Sting was able to revive. I mean, it looked like he just didn't have anything left, but now Daniels using that agility and gets the kick.
I think Sting was going to go for the Stinger splash that time. Shot Daniels into the corner turnbuckles. Came flying across the ring, but the fallen angel, you got to give him his due. He was prepared. He was ready. He took Sting down.
Well, he's been concentrating on everything Sting does, I think, for the last few months. It's like he was using him as a mentor. Now he's going for the angel's wing. But look at the strength of Sting as he just picks him up and puts him right over the back.
Sting obviously prepared for the angel's wings, but not prepared for Daniels to get both knees into his chest. Might have been going for the Stinger splash again.
I think he was, and Daniels is prepared.
The last rights.
Here comes the last rights. Oh, he counters it. Oh, wow.
Scorpion death drop.
Two. Got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is Sting.
Revenge for Sting. Daniels cost him on 2 occasions his opportunity to wrestle for the world's title, and Sting gets his payback.
I'll tell you, there is no substitute for experience. And the situation, you can tell that Daniels thought he knew him, but Sting had something left.
Let's take a look at the history between Abyss and Christian's Coalition.
Abyss was on the receiving end of the single most gruesome beating in TNA history. It just proved my point. Abyss is finished.
But those sick images, they're still fresh in my mind. That was one of the most violent, one of the most brutal, one of the most sadistic beatings that I've ever seen with Christian Cage and Tomko against the monster Abyss.
I demand to know who my opponent is, and I demand to know right now.
It's somebody that I've heard you say yourself is beneath you. You got no respect for. Are you serious? So don't worry about it. I've told you that before. Don't worry. It's going to be fine.
Christian Cage has narrowed it down to the point that he thinks his opponent tonight is going to be Shark Boy. Who will it be? Look at this monster unleashed.
Christian Cage doesn't stand a chance in this match.
Here's 350 pounds.
Oh, the monster Abyss is just manhandling Christian right now. Look at it. Oh, my God.
Walk right into a choke slam from the monster Abyss.
Tomko gets the big boot. Flash from the past. That barbed wire fence.
Christian's going to light up. Look out.
Big boot. The monster Abyss can't be stopped.
Bodies laid out all over the impact zone.
It's the return of a monster. Tomko faces Abyss next.
I'm here in the locker room with the former champ, Christian.
Hold on a second. I don't like the way that you just used the word former, huh? I bet you love saying that. It gives you a lot of pleasure, right? To say that to me? Huh? No, I can't calm down, AJ, because I'm pissed off. And it's like this. After tonight, after the King of the Mountain match, you and everybody else is never going to be able to say that to me again. Because I'm going to walk out of Nashville, Tennessee as the new world heavyweight champion.
Wait a minute. I'm in this match too, you know.
Yeah, no, AJ. I know. I meant to talk to you about this earlier, man. I really did. And maybe it's just because it's so emotional for me to say something like this, but excuse me. I'm good. It's welling up like a schoolgirl. Give me 1 second. I can't believe what you're doing for me tonight. Sacrificing yourself for me in that match. Sacrificing yourself for the champ. Thank you, AJ. Yes, thank you. AJ, it's a beautiful thing you're doing for me. Beautiful. It's great, man. Thank you. Tomko, Tonight, you have Abyss. And I want you to take Abyss out because you know something? If you don't, you know he's gonna come after me. He's gonna come after me. Take
him out.
You know what, champ? I'm gonna get right on that for you.
All right. All right.
See you later.
Yeah, see ya. I don't care how you beat him, you just beat him.
Hey, are you wearing your black and gold tonight?
Yeah, I am.
Me too. Look at that.
We're a real team, man.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
So what am I doing?
Ladies and gentlemen, the next contest at TNA Slammiversary is a no disqualification match. There must be a winner. Introducing first, from Jacksonville, Florida, Tomko.
Well, it doesn't look like Tomko is going to buy into the plan of Christian Cage, but judging by what we just witnessed, it looks like Christian has sold the phenomenal AJ Styles a real bill of goods.
I don't think he had him sold at first, but when he was done, I think AJ was convinced he was helping him. But I gotta be honest, Mike, I think with a match like this, Tomko can only concentrate on one thing, and that's the Monster Abyss.
And his opponent stands 6 feet 8 inches tall. He is the Monster Abyss.
6 feet 8 inches tall, 350 pounds of the Monster Abyss, set for one-on-one action against Tomko. And keep in mind, this is a no disqualification match, and there must be a winner tonight at Slammiversary.
When you think about these two and what the destruction that they can cause, it's a good call to make a no disqualification, because let's face it, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. I mean, this is just a battle of two giants, a battle of two people where pain means nothing. I mean, they will do anything and everything they can to get a victory. So all I can tell you is fasten your seatbelts when you use the terms Abyss and Tomko and no DQ. It's going to be gory.
And then, Don, think back to the recent Impact broadcast, especially this past week, where we saw Tomko laid out in the back, and wonder who it was that had laid Tomko out and prevented him from having an opportunity to possibly get in the King of the Mountain match. We later realized it had to be Abyss, and then think about the role that Tomko played in stopping Abyss from being involved in King of the Mountain as well.
Oh, absolutely, and that's why both these guys have so much hate for each other, but I got to give Tomko some credit. I mean, Abyss laid him out earlier, but he's a tough enough guy that he was able to get back in there and help Christian later on. I mean, he's one guy that is not intimidated in any way by Abyss's size or strength. Oh! Just took him right over the rope.
Yeah, almost as if on cue when you mentioned size and strength, that big clothesline, but then Tomko follows by grabbing, hooking the leg of the Monster Abyss and bringing him right out to the arena floor as well. And the battle is on.
Well, the ring's not going to contain these guys.
Hardly.
There's no way. And you can see he just slams them over that guardrail. This is going to be about destruction in any form they can.
I think this was a good call by Jim Cornette and TNA's management to make this a no disqualification match and rule that there must be a winner as Tomko goes face first right into the unforgiving steel steps.
Well, you could see he hit him right there. And when you get your nose smashed like that, it's like your whole face just blacks out.
Eyes will tear up.
Yeah, absolutely. And if your eyes are teared up, you can't see. And the last thing you want to do is not to be able to see when Abyss is in front of you.
Clear the way, says the Monster Abyss, and cameramen scurry. Reversal, and Tomko fires him off. That's 350 pounds going right into that guardrail. Look out if you're in the front row.
Well, you better believe it. You paid for those seats, I know, but you also pay for the fact that you can get hurt. What a boot. What a boot to the face by Tomko.
Yeah, that extension of the leg. When Tomko puts the boot right in your face and then follows by driving the boot to the chest, got him by the hair. And again, there goes Abyss, this time face and mask first into the steel.
Oh, he did it. They're going, like I said, they're going to use these rails and steel steps.
They're going to use the whole municipal auditorium is what they're going to use.
And he puts him right there. It looks like Abyss able to get the hands up to block the main shot. Because of the force of Tomko. Oh, but look at it. Tomko doesn't let up. One right after another, shot after shot.
You're right. No let up. Just relentless with those right hands to the top of the head of the Monster Abyss. And boy, Tomko looks so good here as he's in the driver's seat, in total control, and rolls Abyss back into the ring. Leeway on the part of referee Andrew Thomas, realizing that it's no disqualification. There must be a winner to enable them to fight outside of the six-sided ring, and Tomko's got him measured. Tomko's got Abyss in his sights.
And here he comes. Oh, he got, oh, but here
Abyss has got him, and he can choke slam him, and he's the one of the few guys that can pick Tomko up by the neck and choke slam him.
Series of elbows.
Oh, what a boot.
Stops that choke slam, but then Abyss answers by getting the boot right in the face.
Oh, what a big boot by Abyss, and I'll tell you something. I never thought that people would get sentimental when it came to Abyss, but when you look back at the beating, what Christian's coalition did to him, and all the things, I think of that blood and that gore, and you can see he just took the backside there and went for a shot to the head of Tomko.
I think he just grazed him that time. If he made contact, Tomko still reeling from the earlier shots, but maybe playing a little possum as he gets the elbow up in the corner.
Well, if Abyss would have hit him square, Tomko wouldn't have got to his feet. I think you're right, Mike, and then the choke slam, and he just powers him down.
Pin, 2 count before Tomko rolls the shoulder, and not many people are able to avoid a pinfall after taking a choke slam from the monster Abyss, but wait a minute, where's he headed?
Well, when you think
Give
of
him space.
Oh, he's going to reach underneath there. I mean, this is a situation with a guy that any and everything has been. He just pushes the cameraman right out of his way.
The monster going underneath the ring, and
well, we would say this is tax.
You just don't know, though, Don. We said
last time it was glass.
You're right. The last time that we anticipated the monster Abyss bringing those thousands of thumbtacks into play, we were surprised when he opened that bag and the shards of broken glass filled the ring.
Let's see what he's got here, and I think the crowd is anticipating it also. And the glass just can do so. Oh, this time you've got the tacks. This time he's got the tacks, and he's putting them all out in the middle, but you never know with Abyss, and like we say, with no DQ, there's no telling what he has.
Spreading the thumbtacks in anticipation of using them on his opponent, Tomko, who is slowly making his way to his feet, and you can see with that big paw up in the air that he would like nothing better than to take Tomko and choke slam him. Back first, unprotected, right into the tacks, but Tomko fights back.
Well, it took him, man! That quickly, Tomko turned it around and just powerbombed him right into the tacks, and you can see the tacks into the back, but Abyss is just convulsing, and now Tomko's in total control.
Knocks him over. Pin.
No.
Oh. How do you kick out from that?
Oh, well, Abyss has done, we've seen him go through things, but look at the blood already
on his arm.
Oh,
look at that.
Look at the tacks already stuck inside the arm. How gross, man. Look at that.
Right. The dozens of tacks on both sides, on both arms, and the blood flowing down, and you can see the scars from the previous attack by Christian's coalition when they used that barbed wire baseball bat.
Whoa, look at this black hole slam.
Pin, here it is.
1, 2, go.
Wow. Tomko gets up from the black hole slam and avoids the pin.
Man, I still can't believe there's like 100 tags stuck in the back and 50 in the arm. He better be glad that wasn't the glass that he brought out last week at Impact.
Abyss trying to regroup outside the ring as the blood flows down his arms. Gonna look underneath there and come up with another weapon.
What's he got underneath it this time? I mean, there is no DQ. You see those backs and those tags still stuck into the arm right there. That left arm, and he's got another bag of tags right here.
It's just amazing the way that he's able to just block out the pain, Don, and continue to fight. And
I
don't want to anticipate what he's got here.
Oh,
we're going to see what's in the bag.
The bag's bigger. I can see it
think
right
it's the
now.
glass?
I do. It is the broken glass.
Thousands of pieces and shards of broken glass that come into play.
And look at him crunching them up to give him points. Oh, this is now you got the whole floor. But he took too long again. And this time he hits the glass.
Oh my God.
Tomko, I think they'll send him a little bit farther in. He didn't catch it full, but look at this. Tomko now grabbing.
Wait a minute.
Oh no.
Look at that jagged edge. He's got that big piece of glass. Oh no. Oh no, come on.
No, he's gonna use it like a knife.
Yeah, but the referee.
Oh my God. No DQ.
That's true. I was just gonna say the referee has to look the other way because it's no disqualification. Oh my God.
Oh man, everything that Abyss is trying to do with his tags and the glass Tomko, and you can still see those tags in that arm. Oh man, that's just absolutely. Oh, he's
bleeding badly, and obviously he would be after he got that smashed in his forehead. He just stomped his head right in the glass.
Face first. And of course, Abyss has got the mask that partially covers his face on. But he just went face first, and you can see the blood just flowing from his head.
Oh man, Abyss, and I'll tell you something, you get the blood flowing like that, and that'll take the energy right out of you. Tonko is just, look at him, he's just got this evil look in his face, and you can see the blood.
It's the blood-covered glass that he just loves.
He's painting himself with the blood.
Abyss slowly making his way around the ring here. He's trying to use the ring apron just to stay on his feet. Tonko going underneath, not the barbed wire bat.
Oh no, he's got the barbed wire bat.
Abyss headed up the ramp, and Tonko in pursuit, and he's got that baseball bat shot.
Oh my God, he just drove the barbed wire right into the gut.
Oh, to the
back. Oh, how much more can a guy take?
Abyss trying to go.
Oh, man.
With every step that he takes as he tries to head up the ramp, Tonko just measures him and catches him with repeated shots with that baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire.
And look at the evil grin on Tonko's face, and you wonder where Abyss is going. And look at him, Tonko, just anything he wants to do right now to Abyss, he's doing. And I mean, just doing it with brutality.
And where's Abyss headed?
He's climbing up.
He's climbing one of the entrance scaffolds, while at the same time, Tonko is climbing up a ladder. My God, look at where they're at!
My God, they're all the way up at the top over the tunnel. And look at Tonko raising that bat up over his head. And he's waiting on Abyss. I don't even think Abyss realizes he's there.
But we thought it was dangerous in the six-sided ring. This is just nuts.
Wait a minute.
He tried to use
What?
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
He held on to the bat. Abyss did, and he pulled Tonko all the way to the floor. Wait, no, come on. Where's Abyss gonna do here?
Wait a minute.
He pointed down at Tonko.
He's got Tonko.
This guy's 6'8".
He just went right on top of him. Oh my God! Oh my God! All the way from the top.
Wow.
We don't even know if we can see movements, but I don't know who it's coming from. If he landed directly on Tonko, man.
That was unbelievable. Someone 6'8", 350 pounds, coming from that distance with that kind of speed down onto Tonko. Oh, we got to take a look at this again while they try to extricate the bodies. Check this out.
And you can see he's ready to go. He misses, and he leads around too far. And that's when he just takes him and throws him right over the top. And then there goes Abyss right on top of him.
We're back live here in Nashville after those replays. As you see, Tonko and Abyss try and make their way even just back up to their feet in this no disqualification match where there must be a winner.
That's right. Somebody's got to get pinned. Somebody or somebody's got to submit. So no matter what they've gone through, this match is still on, and no matter what, there will be a winner. Tonko, you can see him, has crawled out of there, and he's got life.
Wow. Amazing after a fall like that Tonko's even able to get up to his feet, but Tonko using the guardrail just to stand up here.
We're trying to get an idea there. They're in an area where we didn't have any cameras, and they're getting over there now to find out what's going on. As you see, Tonko climbing up on something. The crowd, I can't see.
He's back up near, back near that entrance ramp. We've lost sight of Abyss. I know he was making his way back towards the ring. And now you see Tonko crawling on hands and knees down the ramp, and here comes Abyss.
The monster Abyss coming behind him there, and he's on his feet. Tonko, you got to wonder, taking not only the shot where he was pulled off by Abyss, but then Abyss landing on top of him. Oh, look at this. Abyss just can't get to his feet.
Now, referee Andrew Thomas checking on the condition of Abyss, who looks like he's going to try and make his way back towards the ring. There you see Abyss on hands and knees as well, and now almost just rolling down the ramp. Any way to get it done to head back to the ring.
Oh, these two are just disoriented. You wonder if there's any bones broken. You wonder what they've gone through. You think of the glass and the tacks and then the fall. But right now, Tomko getting to his feet in the middle of the ring, and here comes Abyss after him. Face a bloody mess.
Tomko in the ring, Abyss making his way towards the ring. You're right, the blood flowing down into his eyes as Tomko, he was just waiting for him to come back. And so opportunistic is Tomko, the series of shots. Remember the ring, Don, it's filled with the thumbtacks as well as the broken glass.
Oh,
Black slam!
And he does, he stops! He hesitates and slams it down!
Back first into the glass!
Oh, look at Tomko blowing up from the glass all over him! Look at that! The crowd going crazy! Can Abyss cover him here? He's got a leg, but he's got to get the shoulders down. One, two, he's got it!
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Monster, Abyss!
Unbelievable, the brutality, Mike. We knew it would be. That's why they had to make it no DQ.
The Monster Abyss prevails, gets the win in this no disqualification matchup over Tomko.
I'll tell you what, it was absolutely unbelievable, but the Monster Abyss able to prevail.
Well, here we go. It's the main event. It's Slammiversary. It's the King of the Mountain match. Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, the two of you back at it again.
Joe, tonight, let's agree to disagree. Let's agree to go out there and give each other the best we got. Let's agree to go out there and punish each other. Let's agree to go out there and hurt each other, bloody each other up. Joe, no hard feelings, but tonight, let's go out there and do what we gotta do. Tonight, I'm gonna break you. Oh, it's real. It's damn real.
Unbelievable matchup, but Mike TNA is going into the ring, folks, and he's got something to say, and then we'll get the ring cleaned up.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let me direct your attention to the big screens for a very, very important interview. Quite honestly, when you talk about professional wrestling in Nashville, Tennessee, you can't even talk about professional wrestling without even mentioning this individual's name. From right here in Hendersonville, Tennessee, the King of the Mountain. Ladies and gentlemen, please watch this interview with Jeff Jarrett.
The last 5 years of my life have not only been the toughest that I've ever experienced, but also the most rewarding. Slammiversary is about celebrating the 5-year milestone. A lot of people said we wouldn't be around 5 weeks, let alone 5 years, and here we are celebrating. And I truly think on the cusp of greatness. June 19, 2002, the dream became a reality. We had Toby Keith on the card. That night, you know, on a lighter moment, Toby was actually supposed to sing at the White House, and he turned the president down to be at TNA's first event. The early days of TNA were great. Hulk Hogan was negotiating to come to TNA, and I decided that I'd take TNA to Hulk. And, you know, the days were so lean back then, I actually cashed in my miles and flew to Japan. And that moment is one that you know, on the top 50 greatest moments is right up there at the very top. Wrestling is my passion, it's my life. So me and my father, in the early part of 2002, founded the company. I can remember actually sitting right there at that kitchen table with my wife, Jill. And the emotion is still so raw. She's the one who gave me the real encouragement, because she believed, probably to a fault, to a fault, everything I did. When Jill would get all hyped up, she didn't call me by Jeff. She called me Jarrett. And she said, Jarrett, you can do this. You can do this. She did everything she possibly could to make TNA exist. And not just by her words and her support, but by her actions. She's the one who had the real passion, not just for this business, not just for our kids, not just for our marriage, but for life. Over 11 years ago, she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she fought it, got a clean bill of health, and 2.5 years ago, a little over 2.5 years ago, it came back. For 2.5 years, she didn't have a day without pain. And we left the hospital on May 1st, and on May 23rd, as the preacher said, she won the real race. She won the race that mattered. Jill sowed a lot of deep love for a lot of people over the years. At her funeral, there was an outpouring of love. Her favorite Bible verse is all about love. And that I know her love will go on forever through my kids. And as far as Jeff Jarrett and TNA, you know, I don't know when, I don't know if, I don't know where, but I've never stepped into the ring unless I wasn't prepared. And I know right now, being inside a wrestling ring is the worst place for me right now. Thanks for all the support and at times unwavering. But probably most of all, on Slammiversary night, I get to say thank you, but all on behalf of Jill. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very emotional night for all of us in TNA for a variety of reasons. But now, the task has fallen on my shoulders to determine the fifth participant in the King of the Mountain match tonight for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. There were only two choices in my mind looking up and down the roster. Both men started their careers right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Both men have been with TNA since the inception of the promotion. Both men were very deserving. The first one you just heard from, Jeff Jarrett. And I went to Jeff Jarrett to talk to him about this, and he not only asked me, but he insisted that I give this opportunity tonight to the second man. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please welcome back to where it all started, right here in Nashville, Tennessee, for the fifth participant in tonight's King of the Mountain match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, the Wildcat, Chris Harris.
That's the right decision. for Jim Cornette to make. When you think about the last two matches that the Wildcat has been in, the sacrifice matchup with Cowboy James Storm, people called it the match of the night. And then 2 weeks ago on Impact, the Wildcat Chris Harris and James Storm crashed through the wall and were not able to enter the 10 count. So it looked like neither one would be able to make it to the King of the Mountain. Well, Jim Cornette made the right decision. A man who's been here from the beginning. Wildcat gets his chance. He is phenomenal. He's a man that won the Triple Crown here at TNA. Every single title that can be held, this guy has held it. He's the only man to do that. And when you think about a matchup that requires speed and elusiveness, I know Christian Cage feels he's in there to sacrifice himself for him, but I think the athleticism in AJ Styles will win out. And he's a guy that's been in this match before and can do so many incredible things. And it wouldn't be a King of the Mountain match without the phenomenal AJ Styles. We've watched this man right here, the Samoan submission machine. We've watched him from the moment he came into TNA, from the moment he started an unbeaten streak that went for over a year and a half. The epic battles with Kurt Angle. The one title shot that he had with Christian Cage, and it's all he's wanted. All he's wanted is to be the world champion. He gets his opportunity right here at King of the Mountain, and I'll tell you right now, Samoa Joe's gotta be one of the favorites going in. Can this be the night that Joe finally realizes his dream?
The next individual for this King of the Mountain World Heavyweight Championship match is the former champ, the instant classic Christian Cage, who certainly comes to the ring here at Slammiversary with a game plan in mind. Christian Cage made the pact earlier. We saw it in the interview with the phenomenal AJ Styles. Christian thinks that he's got AJ on his side in an effort to regain that World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, Christian Cage is somebody that will use his brain to win this match. I mean, that's what he's good for. You can like him, not like him, but one thing about him, he's cunning. He's an opportunistic former champion. He's the kind of guy that when the opportunity arises, you can bet Christian Cage will seize it, see it, and make it his time to become champ for the third time.
Fifth and final man for this King of the Mountain World Heavyweight Championship match is the Olympic gold medalist Kurt Angle. That U.S. flag in hand as he strides with purpose and confidence down the ramp and towards the six-sided ring. And you know that Kurt Angle would love nothing better than to get his first ever World Championship right here in TNA. We're going to break it down for you now. The 5 individuals in this matchup. We're going to look at the tail of the tape with Chris Harris. And great job by the guys in the truck getting that information. The graphics up on Chris Harris so quick. Look at the weight advantage for Samoa Joe. When it comes to the years of pro experience, don't discount Kurt Angle. Consider that incredible amateur background and career that led him to winning the gold medal at the 1996 Olympics. 5 men, they've already been introduced to compete for the title. As we break down the rules here for this King of the Mountain match. Object, yeah, it's simple. You climb the ladder, you hang the championship belt, but it's getting there that's the tough part. You're only eligible to climb that ladder after you get a pin or submission. And when you are pinned or submitted, you've got to spend 2 minutes in the penalty box. Hang the championship belt and be named the TNA World's Heavyweight Champion to the ring. And the official introductions from Jeremy Borash. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is your Slammiversary main event of the evening. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA official Mr. Rudy Charles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live on pay-per-view from the Music City of Nashville, Tennessee, it's time for the King of the Mountain match. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 240 pounds. From Fort Wright, Kentucky, he is the Wildcat, Chris Harris. Your second participant comes to us from Gainesville, Georgia. He weighed in this morning at 215 pounds and is TNA Wrestling's only two-time Triple Crown winner. He is the phenomenal AJ Styles. Introducing your third participant from American Samoa. He weighed in this morning at 280 pounds. He is the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your fourth participant. He weighed in this morning at 230 pounds. From Tampa, by way of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, he is the instant classic, Christian Cage. And now, introducing your fifth and final participant, standing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 235 pounds. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, he is professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist. This is Kurt Angle. The World's Heavyweight Championship belt held up at our Sacrifice pay-per-view event to be decided tonight at Slammiversary here in this five-man King of the Mountain matchup. There you see the beautiful new TNA World's Heavyweight title belt held aloft by senior official Rudy Charles. The belt now in the possession, in the hands of Jim Cornette, and Jim Cornette representing TNA management. He'll be the man that hands the belt to the winner of the fall as they try and climb the ladder and hang it high above the ring.
We're going to show you right now the results. The T-Mobile right here, who you thought was going to win the King of the Mountain match tonight. And 30% right there said that Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle 25%, Christian Cage 15%, and the mystery partner that we now know is Chris Harris got 5%. It was an unknown, but Samoa Joe, AJ Styles had the lead with Samoa Joe by the voters, and I think people feel like this is his time.
We saw this earlier. Christian Cage and the phenomenal AJ Styles talking about working together, working as a team, and that's exactly what they're doing. Christian propels Styles into the Wildcat, Chris Harris, and then Christian Cage follows up right off the back of Styles, and he just dropped the Wildcat in his tracks. Samoa Joe outside, out on the arena floor after the battle with Kurt Angle. And check this out. Styles is laying down. Purposely, he was going to allow Christian Cage to cover him so that Christian would then be eligible to hang the belt, but Angle came in to break it up.
I'll tell you what, AJ Styles is bought in. You mentioned it earlier. I mean, what a way to do it, because nobody's eligible until you get the pin. And AJ Styles was willing to take a fall so that Christian Cage can be the first one eligible. Great teamwork by those guys, and it really changes the way you're going to look at this matchup. And look at the wonderful drop kick by AJ Styles.
Oh, man, right here at the broadcast table, meanwhile, Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle continue to battle, and now Styles is getting in the face of Christian Cage. Look out. Oh, there goes Angle right into the penalty cage.
I mean, he absolutely just slammed him in the cage.
AJ's
Look at
trying
this.
to pin Christian.
Oh, man, and you think Christian Cage is going to return the favor right there. I think that's what AJ Styles thought. Hey, why don't you give it to me? And he waits, and he doesn't let him do it, and now it's going to be all on. What a kick by the phenomenal AJ Styles to the back of Chris Harris's head.
Right, Styles drilled him in the back of the head with the kick. Now heads out to the apron. You know he wants to go springboard here, and Joe knows it as well, and just pulled him right down off the apron onto the floor.
Well, we're going to do our best to follow all the action, but these guys are, oh my God!
Oh!
Joe just grabbed AJ Styles and just slammed him into the rail.
Right, just flung him, took him by the legs, and he went headfirst right into the steel. Action in the ring with Samoa Joe with those big shots to the midsection of Christian Cage. Cage puts on the brakes, but Joe catches it. First inverted atomic drop, then off the ropes, and he got that big boot right up.
What a boot to the face, and right in front of us, the Wildcat, Kurt Angle going in, and look at Joe, breaks that knee right down on Christian Cage.
Now, the Wildcat, he took Joe, used him like a projectile, and flung the 280-pound Samoan right into Kurt Angle on the floor. Wildcat's ready for Christian.
Samoa Joe's just been on fire, and now look at this, going for the catatonic, and he spins it around, but Christian able to counter. He's going for the unprettier, gonna try to get one here quick, and look at the counter, and look at the straight by the Wildcat, Chris Harris.
Full Nelson slams him down to the mat. AJ now back into the battle. Phenomenal one, catches Harris unaware. Quick reversal, and Harris shoots. Oh, Styles off, but AJ got the boot up. Watch Styles out of the corner. Tornado DDT.
Oh, look at the strength, and this is not the Wildcat's first King of the Mountain match. He was in the first. He spun him around, hits the catatonic. He is like 1, 2. The Wildcat is now available to go for the title.
He's eligible. The Wildcat, Chris Harris, gets the pin on AJ Styles, and Chris Harris is eligible now to hang the championship belt.
AJ Styles has to go to the penalty box for 2 minutes
to hang the belt and win the TNA World Championship.
You talked about that previous experience factor. 3 of the 5, Don, have been in prior King of the Mountain matchups. Those 3 being Chris Harris, AJ Styles, who's headed to the box for 2 minutes, and Christian Cage. Samoa Joe, Kurt Angle, their first time in King of the Mountain, as we see Harris and Christian exchange out on the floor.
Think about this, Mike. AJ Styles cannot help Christian Cage in any way. Look at Joe with the ladder. Unbelievable. He just throws it over the top. Right on top of the hands of Cage, but you better watch out because Kurt Angle's right at you.
Look at these shots by Angle. The Olympic gold medalist unloads, but Joe reverses, fires him off into the corner, and then catches him with a high knee.
What a knee right there by Samoa Joe, and look at him just grind that foot into the neck of Kurt Angle's neck that's been broken, and he just takes him and he face launches him with that foot.
Countdown clock shows that we're under a minute before AJ comes out of the penalty box. Samoa Joe went for the boot to the face of Angle, but Angle stopped him, and there's the suplex. Watch him maintain the contact. Watch him maintain the grip. He's going to take Joe up again with another suplex. He's going to try for 3.
I mean, the fact that you can do this many German suplexes is what makes Kurt Angle so incredible. There's another one, and every one of those just knocks the fire out of you, knocks the air out of you, Samoa Joe, but the time is now drawing near. AJ Styles is going to be able to get out of that penalty box, but keep in mind, only the Wildcat is eligible to win the title at this point. That's so important. He's the only one that's got a pin.
Oh, you're right. That's the determining factor in this match. As we see the rear naked choke, Kakima clutch is applied by Samoa Joe on Christian Cage.
By the same time, Kurt Angle's got an ankle lock on Samoa Joe, I believe. I mean, this is unreal. You've got Christian Cage. You've got, he's got the ankle lock on Christian, I'm sorry. But unbelievable, Christian was getting it on both ends.
2-minute period has expired, and the phenomenal AJ Styles is out of the cage. All 5 men are back in this King of the Mountain match, but only 1 eligible at this point, and that's the Wildcat, Chris Harris, off the pin on AJ Styles, as I see Christian trying to bring a ladder into play outside, while Harris unloads with that big left hand that takes Angle out to the floor. Christian's got the ladder position. Wildcat Chris Harris comes across. Christian poked him right in the eyes, and now he's going to try and suplex him on the ladder.
Think about where that ladder's positioned, and there you see Christian Cage is trying to hold his balance, and he tried to go for a shoulder block, but Christian able to get out of the way for the most part. Another left there, though, by the Wildcat, and look at Christian just trying to hold his balance, and he couldn't do it.
That was
and
a bad landing.
Crotched right there by the ladder.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God, he's stuck in it. He's stuck in the middle of the ladder, people.
Swinging a miss with the clothesline by Styles as the action continues in the ring. Back elbow for Harris. AJ inverted DDT. Cover. Pin. Twos. Samoa Joe in to break it up.
I mean, you've got to try to break it up. The more people that are eligible, the more chances they've got. Look at the Pele! The Pele out of nowhere as he crashes on Samoa Joe. And now look at AJ. Springboards, and he nails him with the forearm.
Great flying forearm shot off that springboard by Styles. Takes Joe across the ring. Now it's AJ Styles and Kurt Angle. Could it be the Styles clash?
Oh, this is a chance right here to try to go. He's got him set up. He's got, oh, but look at this. Angle's going to turn it into an ankle lock.
Awesome reversal. Awesome counter by Angle.
Oh, he got him. He can get him in tap. Oh, look at that. That's a nice turn. Nice reversal. Nice kick. And look at AJ. He's just so athletic. He's unbelievable in the ring.
Oh, the educated feet of AJ Styles takes the Olympic gold medalist to the floor. Styles charges at Harris, who elevates him.
Oh, right on the ladder. Right on the ladder. Right on Christian. Oh, my God. Unbelievable night.
Christian Cage, AJ Styles down on one side of the ring. Kurt Angle outside as well. We got to take another look at this. Guy's in the truck. Can you get a replay?
Look at this as you see AJ and look at the Wildcat. And there was Christian still on that ladder, and they both got crunched. Unbelievable.
Back live.
He's got a chance, remember. Chris Harris asks for the belt.
One more look, guys. Let's get back live. Harris has got the championship belt. Jim Cornette just handed it in. Now, this is his opportunity. Climb that ladder, hang the belt, and become world champion. Kurt Angle hits the ring.
Kurt Angle realizes how close he was, and he can't allow it. Oh, man, and then he just dropped him with the
Olympic slam.
Dude, got it, and Angle now is eligible. Kurt Angle
is now eligible to win the match and the title.
And Chris Harris has to go to the penalty box. Boy, that doubly penalizes Harris because he was the only man up to that point eligible. You're right. Now it's Harris and Angle who are eligible to win the championship.
Think about this Kurt Angle right now, though, the only one that's in the ring that has a chance at hanging that belt. Oh, what a snap slam by Samoa Joe. Unreal. And it's just absolutely incredible.
In the corner, Samoa Joe charges in, went for the elbow. Christian moves out of the way, and Joe just powered him down to the mat. Here comes AJ and Joe. Joe's ready for it. Catches him in the bear hug, out to the middle of the ring.
You can just see right here. Look at he just dropped it right on his head. Absolutely incredibly dropped it right on his head. But think about it, though. Joe and AJ Styles are not eligible. Only Kurt Angle is eligible, and Christian still hasn't recovered. Muscle Buster, and he hits it.
Joe, cover him and become eligible. Here it is.
Oh, Kurt Angle breaks it up just in time, and he's got to.
Smart move by Angle. You've got to do that. Remember, Angle and Harris eligible at this point, but Harris still in the penalty box. Angle went for the clothesline, and he knocked out the referee. Rudy Charles is down. At the same point that Joe applies the choke.
Think about this, the referee, though, even if Angle taps out, the referee won't see it. And he's got him in that hole. And right now the referee's knocked down, so Joe trying to become eligible, but the referee's got to call it.
And you can see Angle's
tapping.
Angle's tapped out.
The referee's still knocked down, and he can't see it. So Joe is still not eligible. And keep in mind, Wildcat Chris Harris still in the... Wait a minute. Look at this, the ladder by Christian.
Oh, God, right into the head of Samoa Joe. Christian going to try and revive the referee. Drag him across. Christian on Angle. Did he get the three? I think he got it.
Christian Cage is now eligible to climb the ladder, hang the belt, win the title. Kurt Angle must spend 2 minutes in the penalty box.
He stole that. He stole that. I mean, Chris Harris is locked in the penalty cage.
Well, the referee's not able to let him out. So Chris Harris is still stuck in there. And now, you got to realize that Christian Cage is asking for the belt since he's now eligible.
Right. Christian calls for the championship belt. the third man to become eligible, is now going to head up while they put Angle in the cage. Here goes Christian.
He's got it. He's right there, but no Joe. Joe's too close, and you can see him fighting it off. Christian's got that belt in his hand, but Joe's going to fight up there on the top. He's so close to hanging it, but he can't. And now Joe, who's not eligible, is going to make sure. And look at that off of the ladder. Oh, my God.
Dropped him down right across the goal. Dropped him down across the championship belt.
The crowd showing their appreciation. And Kurt Angle is in the penalty box. The Olympic gold medalist is going to sit and watch this go on right now. The Wildcat is eligible. Christian Cage is eligible. Kurt Angle's eligible, but he's in the box. And Samoa Joe and AJ Styles still are not eligible.
Bodies laid out all over the six-sided ring. Harris looks like he's going to be the first to get back up to his feet. Chris Harris, Kurt Angle, who's in the penalty box, and Christian Cage, the only three to this point eligible to hang the belt and become TNA World's Heavyweight Champion. It's almost like you've got to have eyes in the back of your head here as Harris tries to get that ladder in position. Now, Cornette hands in the belt.
Well, he calls for it. He feels this is a good opportunity. But you can see how he just hangs on that ladder. It's the reverse ladder match style of this. You're not pulling it down. It's not just getting up there. Then you've got to balance yourself, and you got to hang it up there, Mike.
You're right. Harris close to hanging it and becoming World's Heavyweight Champ, but Samoa Joe climbs up the opposite side, and the southpaw unloads. Oh, and then he just hit Joe right in the top of the head with the belt.
And now
here comes Christian.
Christian fighting him up, and they're crashing each other in the head. Wow, look at that! Harris not standing alone. Here comes AJ, and he kicks it right off. Not going to allow it to happen.
Drop kick the ladder, and Harris just crashed and burned right against the ring rope.
Listen to this crowd. They know they're watching something spectacular. Kurt Angle is now eligible to get out of the penalty box, but he's having a hard time getting out. Think of the beating these guys have taken. I mean, think of all the things they've gone through. But only Harris, Angle, and Christian Cage are eligible.
Wait a minute, where's AJ headed here?
I don't know what AJ Styles is doing.
Styles going up to the top. Wait a minute.
He's going
up on top of the penalty cage. Is he crazy? Is he out of his mind?
Well, look at this. Samoa Joe's going up
after him.
What on earth are they doing right there?
What the hell is this? Way up on top of the penalty cage. Joe with those series of shots to the
They're
midsection.
absolutely crazy as they're
AJ
fighting.
fights back as well.
Right here on the cage in front of us. This is absolutely crazy. They're so dangerous. You can get knocked out. And look at, you can see AJ fighting it. Joe fighting it. Both these guys, there's nowhere for him to go.
Joe's got the choke.
He's got him.
He's got the choke cinched in on AJ Styles. Already kicked him. Got him right in that low blow.
He caught him with that low blow as the Wildcat now. Climbing up on top. Unbelievable as AJ fighting him off. Oh, what a shot right there by Joe. AJ fighting for his balance. Look at this. Wait a minute. Wow.
Look out.
Wow. Right through the table. Right through the table. Unbelievable. Somebody get some help. I'm hooked up to a cord. Oh, my God. AJ Styles has been freed.
Now Samoa Joe knocked off the top by Chris Harris. Christian Cage headed up to the top of the penalty cage and trying to get Chris Harris, and Christian unloads with shot after shot. Harris fights back.
Joe and AJ, look at these guys. The danger. AJ Styles is dead right out here in front of me. And then look when Christian Cage took that shot off the top.
Harris with the front suplex. Christian, he just took him and suplexed him all the way to the ring.
Keep in mind, Joe and AJ are not eligible, and what a clothesline off the top by the Wildcat.
Sprung off the cage. Clothesline the Olympic gold medalist down.
This crowd realizes that this is such a momentous moment. All three of the guys in the ring are eligible. AJ and Joe are knocked out in front of us. What a shot to the table by AJ. But now this is a chance for these three.
Wildcat Chris Harris gonna position the ladder. Gonna look up, get the championship belt from Jim Cornette, hang it, become title holder, but then Christian, he caught him from behind with the shot. And now, what's Harris gonna do here with the ladder?
He's gonna use the ladder as a weapon. Look at that. He's got it wrapped around him. He spins it around. But no, now he catches it. And it's just like a tornado, and he catches Kurt Angle with it.
Christian Cage first. Deck the Olympic gold medalist next. And the Wildcat, he's the only man on his feet out of the 5.
Oh, this is his opportunity. Joe trying to get to his feet in front of us. But you got to remember, Joe's got to get a pin to even get eligible. And now the Wildcat going to take about his 4th opportunity right here, Mike, to climb up this ladder and win the TNA World Championship. Is somebody get out here and help AJ Styles. He's knocked out cold.
Harris calls for the championship belt, and Cornette passes it in. And now, the Wildcat, Chris Harris, all he's got to do is climb the ladder, hang that championship belt, and become World's Heavyweight Champion for the first time.
Oh, he's so close. He's trying to get his balance right here, Mike. He's trying to get his balance, and he's got to find some way to steady himself and get it hooked up on the top, and look how close it is, but the longer it takes, it gives Cage and Angle a chance.
You got to get up higher on the ladder, Chris. Just a few inches short, and now Christian comes in and knocks the ladder over and sends Chris Harris into the turnbuckle.
Oh, man, you knew he was just taking too long. It was too unsteady. Oh, my God! He just threw the ladder in him like a baseball and just knocked out Wildcat Chris Harris. And now Cage has his opportunity.
He's got to be the favorite now.
Oh, absolutely, Mike.
Harris is knocked out. Angle's knocked out. Samoa Joe and AJ out on the floor. And now, if Christian Cage can hang the belt, he can regain the title.
Oh, this is his chance. Kurt Angle. I mean, it's almost like Kurt Angle doesn't even know where he is. And this is it, Christian Cage. But let me tell you something, you can't delay. You've got to climb it. You've got to climb it fast.
Not after the war that they've been through. Christian, slow to make his way up the ladder. You got to go up a few more rungs, Instant Classic. On the verge. He's almost there. Angle's getting to his feet.
Look at Kurt Angle now trying to stop him. He's got him by the ankle. Kurt Angle climbing up to the top.
He's got the ankle lock.
Unbelievable, the ankle lock on the ladder. Oh, my gosh.
Christian Cage in no man's land, but trying to use his free leg and free foot, and he did it. He broke the ankle lock by kicking Angle in the head.
How do these guys still keep their balance through all of this as they're fighting on top? One shot after the other as Christian Cage has the belt in his hand, but he can't find the ring. He can't get it hung up there.
Christian went to hang the belt, and Angle caught him with a shot. Here comes Harris up the top.
Oh, no. Oh. Spears Christian Cage right off the ladder, but look at this. Kurt Angle's alone. Kurt Angle's got a chance.
He looks around. He looks above. Kurt Angle's got the belt in his hand. Kurt Angle's going to try and hang it.
Did he do it? This is what he came to TNA for.
And he did it.
He's got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the King of the Mountain match, the new TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Kurt Angle!
What a momentous occasion here at Slammiversary as Kurt Angle becomes the World Heavyweight Champion!
Unbelievable! He came to TNA. It was his goal, and he's now the first pure TNA champion. And look at him. He's just milking it in, the Olympic gold medalist.
Incredible reaction here in Nashville, Tennessee at Slammiversary. But Kurt Angle has done it.
Oh, look at Joe. He's just ticked off. And now he's in the ring looking at Kurt Angle eye. It was Joe's night. He felt it the whole time, but Kurt Angle, these two, you think about the battles that they've had.
The stare down between Samoa Joe and Kurt Angle. Almost as if Samoa Joe just has him in his sights at this point in anticipation of getting a shot at that goal.
And look at this. Samoa Joe holding out the hand. Will Kurt Angle accept it now that he's the champ? I mean, what sportsmanship from Samoa Joe? No, he won't. He gets him and then gives him the Olympic slam.
That's the exclamation point here at Slammiversary. Kurt Angle with the Olympic slam on the Samoan submission machine.
It doesn't matter that Joe was trying to give him the praise. He didn't care. Unreal. Joe just does it, and now look at this. Kurt Angle, world champion.
You're right. That's what we'll remember from Slammiversary. Kurt Angle is the new world's heavyweight champion.
This has been a presentation of TNA Entertainment.